I have diarrhea.
And that's the way you start a stream. Welcome in, y'all.
Good night,
Happy
everyone.
to see y'all. Hope your duties, your pants are not duty full like Mike is.
Yeah.
Apparently with the diarrhea situation.
But I did try. And
but remember, you didn't have to cut me off.
Damn it, don't do that, dude.
I know, dude. It's literally a song that gets stuck in your head and won't go away for like a day and a half.
We filmed the other night, and Jay was saying that, and it was stuck in my head the whole night.
I know, because I had to share it with you. It was like The Ring. I watched the tape, and I had to make you watch the tape so I could pass the curse on.
Like Rick Astley.
Yeah,
there's a Rick roll. But the culprit of said diarrhea was, I believe, I had a good burger. I had a good burger tonight for dinner from Arby's. Have you seen this?
Was it good?
Yes. But have you seen the commercials?
I saw the commercial for it. What's on it? It's just a hamburger.
Yeah, it's a hamburger from Arby's, but there's just some orange stuff on it, and I think it's just like watered down Thousand Island. But the eye test is good because it's like orange, so it makes you think you're eating a good burger from the movie. It's like $8 for just the fucking sandwich.
Ving Rhames got to get paid, y'all. Ving Rhames.
But no, it's pretty good, man. It's a burger. I mean, I probably won't eat it again, but if someone bought it for me, I would partake.
Yeah, I've just been watching the Twitchers play the new Chucky release today for Dead by Daylight.
Is it any different than the 76 other characters they brought?
I mean, they all have unique powers. I mean, but what's really cool about it is that they got Brad Dourif to come back and voice lines.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, and they got they have a Tiffany skin too.
Are the games no different, by the way? Like, are the games like the exact same game? It's just you're playing with that character.
What do you mean?
If you're Nicolas Cage, are you just playing in that same dusty field?
Yeah. Well, there's different maps. There's like several different maps that you can go to.
I only did the dusty.
You can go to there. I mean, they just re-released the Stranger Things, so you can go to the Hawkins Laboratory is one of them. And then there's like a few other there's various maps. I played a couple of matches last year. But yeah, I mean, it's varied.
I thought,
but it's just there's a learning curve. You have to pick the right killer, obviously, when you start because there's a huge learning curve.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, hell, get out of here.
I think the easiest one that people start with is Wraith, which his power is pretty simple to understand, and I think maybe Trapper, which the name itself.
These are new characters.
No, Wraith and Trapper are like the ones that came with the game.
Original characters. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say.
But they got fucking alien in it. They got Xenomorph.
That's pretty fun. I guess it doesn't talk though. It doesn't have like cool sayings. It just goes.
It just hisses at you, like your wife. I was gonna say.
Yeah. If I want that, I'll just take it around the house.
No. Yeah. Then they've got. I think the newer ones they've released like the Skull Merchant, which is she's like a hot chick with really thick thunder thighs but an ugly face, which is fine.
That works.
They I don't know. They've got like 3 Xenomorph, which by the way, the Xenomorph came with Ripley, so you can play as Ripley as a survivor.
That's pretty fun. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I still have it. I just played it once, and I was like, I don't like this anymore.
It's on Game Pass now, so
I'm bored of you. You
not a
Ludicrous 78 looking sexy on stage like he's playing with the Misfits, or at the very least he's their guitar tech.
Ooh.
He says, here's something odd. Every time I play a video from this channel on TV, it gets to hey guys, and the TV freezes for some seconds. I think your videos are cursed or something.
Absolutely. My wife says the same thing about my face. I think she says it with love though. But yeah, I think you might be right, or it's just YouTube trying to cancel us constantly, but they just can't do it.
Yeah, your TV is so fucking sick of us. It's like, no. I can't do these guys again tonight.
Do you know what I'm not sick of? Is people running away with wild-ass rumors that aren't true at all. And it happens to be Henry Cavill and Margot Robbie. Apparently, everyone thought they were going to be cast as the new Terminator, which fucking was awesome. I thought that would be amazing to have Margot Robbie as Sarah Connor and have Henry Cavill as the new Terminator. But no, it was just a fan, like it was a fan thing with like a mock-up poster. But some sites and some dumbasses ran away with it and said, "Look, breaking news! Holy shit, Henry Cavill's the new Terminator. Why you do this for Dimitri? Look up your resource, Dimitri." Now, I will say though,
check your sources, guys.
That would be badass. I would like the fan poster looked amazing, and I never even thought of that before. But Henry Cavill will be a fucking dope T800.
Yeah, and Margot Robbie would make an excellent Sarah Connor. That'd be a hit. That would bring back the Terminator franchise.
You know what?
Although I think it should stay dead for a little while. Maybe.
Well, it's actually funny because Cameron said they gave him he gave an interview not long ago, and he said something to the effect that he doesn't want to do any more sequels, and that the only way that he would ever come back or reconsider, he goes, at this point it needs to be rebooted, and he would be interested in doing that and moving forward with the story because of AI and how that's developing in our world in real life. But he said he wants to wait a little bit before, technology, like in the real world, technology does a few more things before he makes a movie that would scare the shit out of people. Which I mean, that makes sense. I mean, he probably just wants to wait for like the AI thing to be like even crazier and then make a fucking reboot.
Yeah, that's true. That would cause, there'd be so much discourse around that. It would be actually annoying. I actually hope it doesn't happen now. Adrian Ybarra, what's up, dude? Thank you. News of Alien Romulus has it taking place between Alien 1 and Alien 2, with Saw 10 proving the in-between concept to be a success. Mm-hmm. Do you see other franchises making it a new trend? Halloween. Huh.
Let me answer it, Adrian. But thank you so much. Yeah, I think that you're right. I think it was a success. I thought the Saw 10 was pretty cool because it was the in-between thing, but it felt like they could easily, if they wanted to, go off rails in the next movie and have that kid take over as the new Jigsaw if they fast forwarded into the future, if they wanted to. I know that some people weren't happy with that. I'm just saying it would be something different because obviously you're not going to keep on getting Tobin Bell. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like Halloween would be good. It really wouldn't be an in-between story though, but Hellraiser could work that way because there's so many stories already on Hellraiser. And I think Hellraiser could work with an in-between movie somewhere.
Yeah, I do think it could become a thing, especially if you could go back and you could bring back dead actors and actresses like Dewey, like Stu. You couldn't.
I thought you were talking about like with AI supporting that shit already, huh?
No, I do not support AI. I think it smells and it dresses funny. But I would say that I would love to see Halloween do that. Obviously, jump back in and make a new Halloween 3. Not a Season of the Witch, but an actual follow-up to Halloween 2, or more importantly, I would like to see a follow-up to Halloween 6, please. The Curse of Michael Myers. Can we have that? That's what I like to see. I'd like to see a Josh Hartnett follow-up. That'd be so fun. Halloween be the thing. That Alien Romulus is shaping up to be pretty fucking tight, dude. It's sounding fucking amazing.
I haven't heard anything about it. Is Ridley Scott doing it?
I don't know because I got it confused like with the show. I think he is. I'll have to look, but I know that on the show they just announced last night that Timothy Olyphant is going to be one of the actors in the show, the Alien TV series, which is fucking great casting. I love it.
Love that, man of mine. What's weird is that I just watched Aliens last night, and I never even thought of that. Like that could work in between 1 and 2, Alien and Aliens, but it totally would because Sigourney Weaver was fucking floating out there forever. Like it was like Alien. 70 years. And then you didn't know anything about the colonists and all that shit until they were already like, alien goo paste. So
I'm a dumb turd, by the way. Alien Romulus is Fede Alvarez, the guy who did the Evil Dead remake and Don't Breathe. This is his puppet from Nantucket.
It would be also interesting, but speaking also of Halloween with Curse of Michael Myers, if you did it in between 6 and 7, then you could maybe people could get closure with Donald Pleasance or like Dr. Loomis and what we know that he died of old age is what but I'd like maybe to see those not the funeral. I want to see the final days, like how he was preparing and maybe leaving his work to somebody that would follow and track down Michael and what ways that he went about trying to find Michael before he died.
Well, you want to use AI to bring back Donald Pleasance? You sick fuck.
I will do it.
Disgusting computer fucking son of a bitch.
You're
going to be the first person to buy one of those AI sex bots, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big black guy.
Yeah. Why don't you just get with the times, you fucking Mormon? No, but I will say no, not in that instance. Obviously, they would have to recast Dr. Loomis, but I mean they're going to do that either way. So I mean, yeah, it would be just interesting to see what happened in between those two movies because I think it was like Halloween 6 ended and then Halloween 7 begins. And I know that Curse of Michael Myers doesn't really have anything to do with H2O has nothing to do with Curse of Michael Myers, but you could bridge that gap and find out maybe how Michael, what was he up to? Like, was he just fucking hanging around? Did he get a job at Kroger and just wait for his time? Was he bagging groceries?
There's definitely things to stick your fingers in that. There's no doubt about that. Excellent point, Adrian. And Adrian also says, missing the stream, guys. I got a late dinner night out with the missus. Hey, I'll catch the replay, but didn't I tell you, Mike, the Lions were due for a loss? You did. My Green Bay Packers beat the living shit fuck out of those shitty Lions, and it was amazing. And now we're back in the playoff hunt.
Speaking of football, I heard about what Tom Brady said. And I don't want to know why people are mad about it for. Like, I was like, yeah, he just called it He said there's a lot of mediocrity going on in the league. And I was like, was he wrong? I mean, if you look at the times that back in the day, there was a lot of like elite quarterbacks and elite like coaches back in the 80s, 90s, things like that. He's not all, and he clarified further what he was talking about. I read the article. I don't watch football that much, but what he said wasn't exactly wrong. He just said what was on his mind. He just said, if you're like on the sidelines and you're coaching, you're not going to see everything on the field. And then he said, so as a quarterback, you need to be able to make decisive plays and like make sure that you know everything that's going to happen and change up a play to get the down that you need to move the chains. And then he also went on to say that he goes, I don't think that a lot of coaches are spending as much time with their talent as they used to. He's not wrong. I mean, there was nothing what he said. I mean, they took one thing he said with mediocrity and they ran it and they shoved the sizzling dick up his ass and said, look at this asshole. How dare he saith anything with his 7 Super Bowl rings?
Aaron Rodgers agreed with him too. Aaron Rodgers is like, I absolutely agree with him. I mean, I think it's a little bitch made just for the fact that like you can't suck like 6 months ago when you were in the league and play like butt and then come out and be 6 months retired and be like, it's not like it was when I was fucking playing. Like you were there like a fucking sandwich ago, bro.
Well, that's I know, but he also had 7 Super Bowl rings that he won at Tampa Bay under a different coach and system. So, I mean he's earned the right to say it.
Quarterback. I'm just saying it's kind of a bitchy thing to be like, ever since I stopped playing 20 minutes ago, the league's just not the same. You know what I mean? That's just how it comes off.
Well, I think at the end of the day, though, he's people are mad that he didn't like. Maybe it's because he was on the Stephen A. Smith show, and Stephen A. Smith is already controversial in like every fucking thing he says. Like when he breathes, it's controversial. So maybe mixed with that, and then what he said, you got to be careful when you're in these positions that you say one thing like that, and it's going to be taken out of context. Or it's like they take that one tagline and says Tom Brady, Super Bowl legend, calls NFL mediocrity, and that's not what he meant. He had to explain it further.
I know what he means. The other day on the internet, all I said was, hey, you shouldn't boycott Thanksgiving because it's made by Spyglass just because of the Melissa Barrera thing. And all of a sudden, the internet says that I agree with genocide. So that's something that happened to me, and it went viral, and that's twice. And it's, you know what? It's both times it's Scream things that's happening to me with. It's those fucking...
You know what it is? Kids. This town needs an enema.
Thanks, Adrian. Hope you have a good night with the lady, my friend. Joe Valentine said it's my son Bryson's 7th birthday. He wanted a Loomis shout out.
Bryson, happy 7th birthday. I hope you have 7 jobs. I had 8 of them when I was your age. Get off your mother and father's couch. Go get a job.
I thought you were going to say
Stop playing them. I was going to, but he's 7 years old. I have to watch it when I say stuff to kids, like when it's like a kid, like, you know, but happy birthday, Bryson. Happy birthday, Bryson, because I don't know what's going to, I don't want to be like, I don't want to scar them.
Yeah.
When they're, I mean, like my cut, like for me, 9 years old, I'll give you the business.
whoa, hey, we don't want to get it taken out of context here, everybody. All right, don't clip that.
Well, I'm not going to put it on Twitter like some dumb shit.
No. I'm not even going to explain that. Mr. Clump said, Loomis, Mike, can you please tell me my future?
I see probation officer with at least an anal search 3 or 4 times a day that you'll enjoy.
And I'm going to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
2 fingers or 3 if you've done a bad enough crime, you naughty Jeffrey Epstein looking fuck. JK! Woo! Said Mike, cabin fever better be all-timer for the nougat. Jay, you misspelled nougat. Jay, don't blow a fuse, but RoboCop or The Crow.
Blow you, JK, you fucking asshole. I mean, what? I am just all over the place with these things tonight. I will say overall, I mean, it's going to be The Crow, even though I fucking love RoboCop. I mean, look, okay, if you're going to put them in those categories, because technically RoboCop is a comic book superhero type of story. The Crow is a anti-hero, but it's still like it's obviously based in comics. So they would be in the same realm. I don't think anybody's going to pick RoboCop, to be honest with you. The Crow is amazing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime movie. RoboCop, is also a once-in-a-lifetime movie in some respects, but it's just going to lose hands down. I mean,
I'm going to take RoboCop.
Yeah, I bet you would. Right in the ass.
I'm having trouble with this dick. Kyle, hey, Mike and Jay, how frick are you? Got PS5 Slim.
Ooh.
Spider-Man 2 is dope. The controller is unreal.
For sure.
Any news on Aliens movie and show? Dr. Loomis shout out. He wants the plethora. He wants the whole buffet. A little bit of this.
Well, we just saw the news on Romulus. We just discussed that, Kyle. But how you doing? Doing good. By the way, I heard that PS5 Slim. Somebody said it was prone to overheat. I hope it's not for you. But I watched some kind of one of those tech things on YouTube, and they were like taking it apart, and they were like fucking with it to see what it would do. And I think they said it was a lot. Either the fan was smaller, so it's more prone to. I could be wrong, but anyhow, yeah, Spider-Man 2 is dope, by the way. I'm waiting on New Game Plus, so that's why I haven't gone back and played it yet. Which is, I hate that they fucking didn't. You know how like New Game Plus should be like a staple of games like that? And I know why they didn't include it in the game, because they want people to come back and play it again like I will. And it'll probably be in December, but it's bullshit, dude. I hate when the companies do that.
Yeah, I hate when I don't have a PS5 and I can't talk about Spider-Man with everyone.
I've told you a million times, dude. Affirm. Go on Amazon. You can make it as low as $29 a month.
My Affirm is already full of things.
You're affirmatively fucked in.
I'm like, yeah, I'm tapped out.
Why don't you go get a loan from a bank? It's like, I need $500 for a PlayStation 5.
The
please.
Human Torch was denied.
I wonder what you could get. Well, what if you did a trade-in? I wonder what you could get for your Xbox toward if you went to GameStop.
That's it. Now you're talking to me. Now you're talking.
How many games do you have though? Physical copies like this?
Half.
Half what?
Of one. I got a half.
So you have half a disc. You broke it.
Yeah,
now.
it's broke.
I don't have anymore. I only have digital, so I wouldn't get I wouldn't get anything.
If I want it bad enough, I'll get it. Maybe I'll just die.
Okay,
that could happen.
Maybe God will give you one.
Yeah. What if God bought me a PlayStation?
But God will say, you know what? I was going to give you one, Mike, but then you know what I found out? You didn't have to cut me out.
God damn it! Get it away! I had such good music in my head, and now I'm turn away my back and said, now we will nothing. Nighttime. His face is squiggly. Says saw Thanksgiving and left at the end because this guy was talking Spanish, arguing with his wife, and this other guy yelled across the theater to shut the fuck. He said, "Hey, shut the fuck up!" And I left. I don't want my mom dealing with that.
God damn, dude. Nighttime. Were you in a John Mellencamp music video? The wild night is calling.
That's great. You don't stay. You get in there. Like you got to stand up and you go, yeah, shut the fuck up. You back that guy up. And then you guys can double team your mom.
I only know a few. It's like, Punta Madre Chinga, Madre de Dios. So what I just said, bitch, motherfucker, mother of God.
Jay, we used to go to the Mexican restaurant a lot, and Jay would always fucking try to James Bond it, and he would ask for the fucking check in Spanish. And every time he would do it, I'd be like, "Stop, dude!"
No, dude, they like it. No, they liked it when I did it. They taught me all the time. They liked it because they wanted to teach me dirty words, and they'd wait till everybody cleared out, and then they would get drunk with me, and they'd say, "No, stay this, you gringo," and they would give me like the fucking like words to say, and they would say, "No, repeat." And then one time, this guy named Alfredo, no, it might have been Geronimo. His name's like legit. His name is Geronimo. One of the waiters there, he gave me a dirty word to say in Spanish, and he told me to yell it at one of the cooks in the back that was cleaning up. And I was like, fuck you, Geronimo. Like, I'm not going to, like, this guy had like fucking tattoos up to his neck. He looked like goddamn George Clooney, like a short George Clooney with like, I was like, I'm not, because I didn't know him, and he had his dishwasher like clothes on. I was like, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna have to like Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. He's gonna take me in the alleyway and beat the fuck out of me, like in the Dragon, the Bruce Lee story.
And he's like, he told me to. He's like, no, I did not.
No, he was always. I was like, La Quinta, and Alfredo would be like, "Oh, you want La Quinta? You want to stay there long? You want to have like a..."
Yeah, we'd be sitting there eating our fajitas and drinking our beers and shit. Like, excuse me, La Quinta.
Because you noticed that they responded right away because I was speaking native and they weren't listening to check, please. Check.
You don't scream for your check anyway.
Yeah,
you were so excited to say it though. You just couldn't control.
Well, the good news was I always got it was great though because we always got a beer knocked off the bill because they always gave us like basically because they knew we were drunk. So we'd be like, buy two get one free because we get those mega pints.
Yeah. So that guy was like, I only hit my wife one time.
That was the most awkward conversation of all time. Like we were all out there and like Alfredo came up and it's like he was drinking and you could tell he was drunk and he was out there outside with us. He was like, I just want you to know, I smacked my wife one time. I only smacked her one time because I caught her in bed with another man. So I was just angry and I smacked her. I was like, Alfredo, I thought you were gay. Like for real, I thought you were gay. He's like, no,
I'm not
I don't
gay.
like penis.
That's not you.
I don't like penis though. He tried to get me one time. He wanted to go out with me to a downtown area in Lexington. That was a bunch of it was a Spanish club, and he's like, "Oh, the Spanish women love you. They love gringo. They love
I would
you."
party with him.
I did not want to.
Before we found out,
after I found out that he smacked his wife around, I'm like,
yeah,
smack my bitch up. He took it literally.
Twisted fire starter. Thanks, Nighttime. Appreciate that, man. Sorry about your bad theater experience. So, Colin, I love that picture, dude. That is Halloween 3, Halloween atmosphere out the butt crack. Really Death Proof has always been my favorite of Tarantino. That's one of my favorite Kurt Russell roles. Never understood why so many people have that movie as his worst. Oh, I definitely
think so. I didn't know that. That's weird.
That's crazy
I always thought those were good movies. They're not like movies that I would like watch constantly, but I didn't think he was bad in it at all. I thought he was pretty cool. I thought he was a great slasher. It was a great slasher movie with Kurt Russell in the lead.
I think he was good in that. I love the end of his death scene. That shit was hilarious. I don't know. Did he die? I can't remember. It's been a minute.
Well,
when they took him down, that shit was funny as hell.
I think he did die. Well, it's weird because I've only remember seeing Kurt Russell as a bad guy in 2 movies. That movie and then in Dark Blue, which he was great in Dark Blue.
It was great in that movie.
But by the way, Colin, I will say the profile pic is great as well, but it does remind me of something like that would be in Insidious. I'm just waiting for the lawnmower jump scare, like the Sinister. Yeah, it looks like a Sinister Super 8 film.
I totally get that fucking vibe, dude. Thank you, Colin.
Yeah, Colin would just be like, it would be Halloween night. Like that would be like if he found the tapes.
Yeah, the end. Michael Park, thanks so much, dude. Really appreciate that.
Hey, Michael, thank you, man. Really nice,
buddy. He says, my birthday is on Thursday.
Happy early.
Happy early birthday to you, and to thee. Hail to thee. Hail to thee. Hail to thee. I was wondering if Leatherface and Slenderman could wish me a happy birthday. You know what? We're not filming together this week. I know that we can't get it to you by your birthday, but next time we film, we can do it and we can send it to you over on the Patreon. We can get it to you there. It'll be late. I'm sorry, man. I wish we could do it sooner, but yeah, we will fucking do that.
We'll make it a little special for you too. We'll put on the gear, or at least some of the gear. I found one of the old Slenderman masks.
Yeah, I got one too. I think I still got it because we have a couple that we do have to do as well. We'll get that fucking done for you, Michael. Good man. Thank you.
We'll do it real special for you.
Yeah, happy early birthday to you. Mr. Politically Incorrect says, hey, Mike and Jay, been a fan of the channel since 2013.
Hey, all right.
Whew, you saw us. You saw a lot of things happen. Mike, I know you're a huge Packers fan, but Jay, what's your favorite NFL team? The Packers.
That would be the New York Giant Toes. Even though I don't really follow them that much, but that's always been my team since Tecmo Super Bowl days, like 1991. And it's funny because none of my family were Giant fans. It was my uncle's best friend that used to come over and watch the football games that got me into the Giants because he was a huge Giants fan. But my uncles were Miami Dolphins and the Cowboys, and I never got into either one of those teams. But I don't know, dude. It's been the Giants forever. I love the Giants.
They suck.
You suck.
They just suck this year. They beat the Patriots though, which at this point that's kind of a loss for you guys because your draft pick just went down. Beep Bop Boop says thoughts on a movie or show about young Loomis.
Listen, it's 50-50 on it though. Really, it could go. I mean, it could do very well, but it could also be in my opinion, I didn't think Gotham was very good, and it could go the route of Gotham, where everybody's just expecting to see Batman, and you don't get Batman, and you just have references to the villains. You know what I mean? I know that some people really did like Gotham, but to be fair, I never gave a shit about that show because why do I care about Gotham City without Batman in the movie or show?
You know that they parodied that on Aqua Teen, not Aqua Teen Hunger. I always fucking say that. The young superhero show. I can't remember the name of it now. It had Robin and Beast Boy in it.
Oh, Teen Titans.
Yes, Teen Titans. They parodied that in the Teen Titans movie. They go to the movie theater and there's no movie about them, but there's literally a movie about Alfred. They're like, that's another thing. Alfred now.
Yeah, young
and
Alfred.
That was a joke. And there's literally a fucking Pennyworth show now.
It's the Pennyworth. Well, actually, yeah, Pennyworth actually might be a better example. And again, I don't get it. I don't even know if they canceled it. I don't know if that show is even how long it lasts. A season?
It had to be canceled by now, dude. Had to be. No way that shit lasted. Andre Martinez says, if I wanted to listen to Weetards talk about what is a we. I don't know what is that
That's a wet person that falls into the water that's obviously got problems with learning situations.
Wettards, yeah. Talk about sports. I'll watch Skip Bayless. Now say Cookie Woman. Also, my balls hurt.
Cookie Woman, your balls. Well, take them out of that man's asshole. They've been marinated too long. His duty.
Trying to lick someone's butt.
That's true, dude. If you want to watch assholes talk about, yeah, dude, you're not wrong. Skip Bayless is the biggest prick of them. Actually, God. I think Stephen A. Smith is the biggest prick, but they both are equal.
I enjoy Skip because he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing, but man, he is a prick.
Well, I love that's why they were kind of funny together because they both were kind of insufferable and they played off each other.
I loved Skip and Shannon together, man. That shit was some of the funniest stuff I ever saw in my life. Skip, come on, Skip.
Yeah,
Skip.
Shannon was. I like Shannon.
And then Skip actually disrespected him. Like he got too hot for his britches and was actually fucking disrespectful. And then he just fucking left.
I like you know who I like, dude. I think he's got big balls. What's his name? Jim Rome? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Dude, he goes, Chrissy. I bet you won't call me Chrissy again because I bet I will. Chrissy. I was like, dude, you gotta have your nuts twisted on tight to call that man fucking through his face.
Yeah, his butthole got real tight when he came. He's like, God damn it. Christopher Sampson, fly me to the moon like that bitch. Alice Crampson says hello, A24 or Blumhouse, to a 3-movie deal of Harvey Weinstein, of the Harvey Weinstein story. Who would you cast as Harvey? I'd choose David Schwimmer.
That's not, dude. That's man. Christopher has always got those like nuggets of like wisdom that he just drops into a pool and watches everybody scatter as it explodes with all of his like thoughts. That's what it's like. It's like some guy like it's more like a firecracker just going off in front of you. You're like, where the fuck did that come from? And Christopher's like, and he's like already going into the dark. Dude, David Schwimmer would be great. David Schwimmer actually makes sense for Harvey Weinstein. Every
time they're like, that guy raped me, he'd be like, we were on a break. I didn't do anything.
And A24 or Blumhouse are 3. Well, Blumhouse has a bigger chance of fucking that up, so I'd probably go with Blumhouse. Just because I think that they actually, you know what? I'm making a joke, but I mean, I think that Blumhouse would make sense on a 3-movie deal of the Harvey Weinstein story rather than A24. But it's weird. Like, have they come? Has there not been like a documentary on him yet? Because I figured there had been several, but I guess not. I thought by now there had been several of them.
No, because he could probably still ruin careers all the way from his prison cell somewhere.
Oh, his brother could.
Yeah, I my honest casting choice for that, I know you're joking, but like my honest casting choice for that would absolutely be John Leguizamo and just get the fat suit out from Spawn, from the Spawn movie, and have him play Harvey Weinstein. That's my choice.
No, dude. What's the guy's name that plays, or not? He's the father of Skarsgård,
right.
Bill Skarsgård, and the other guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. It's something Skarsgård.
The guy that was in Thor, the professor, that dude, that guy could play him.
Yeah, and just for the fat suit. Throw a fat suit on.
Well, he's already kind of big, but I mean, yeah, you could make it a little more chunkier. But you know who would take that fucking role just because they're weird and they want attention all the time? Jared Leto. Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll put on 355 fucking pounds for real because I'm dedicated to my art, bitch.
Yeah. Also, I'll send people condoms in the mail. You know what, dude? I was reading last. I found the best Reddit thread fucking of all time, and it was just how to get dudes to lick your butt. No, it was.
That's a good one.
Lots of good tips.
Did you see my username? I mean, what?
That was you, Cheeto Man 357.
Yeah, I put a thread up.
It was I got a lot of karma. Got a lot of karma points on there. It was lead singers who have disappointed you at shows, and like it's just a diatribe, and all these stories of like seeing Marilyn Manson just lay down on stage and just like fondle his genitals while singing songs because he was too drunk to sing.
Like a great show.
There was a big part on there about Jared Leto too, and it made me laugh because everybody said the same thing. They're like, he gets on stage and he doesn't sing any of the fucking songs. He points the mic at the crowd the entire song and doesn't actually sing. He's like, you know the words, and like just dances around on stage.
Just forgot him. Fucking like, all that peyote that he smoked in the back before he went on.
That makes so much sense. But there was like
his fucking bandmates like, Jared, what the fuck are you doing, man? Are you gonna sing tonight? He's like, listen, dude, the spirits are talking to me right now. Yeah. You need to back off and let me 100%. Feel this karma. Let me feel this jive and vibe from the crowd. Don't you know they're my people?
Yeah, we're gonna go to KFC after this.
Actually, who was it that put on all that? Matt Damon. I felt bad for him, dude. Like he put on all that fucking weight for that role for the FBI guy, and nobody gave a shit about that movie. He gained like fucking 200 pounds for that fucking movie.
The Informant, yeah. But I mean, you know what? When they're doing that, they're wanting all the awards and the acclaim, and sometimes it just doesn't work out in your fucking favor. it does work out when, what I want to say, Bruce Campbell. You know who I'm talking about. Batman, fucking Christian Bale. When Christian Bale does it, it usually he tends to win the award. You know, he's gone down to nothing and he's gotten fat too.
The Machine. Well, when he did The Machinist, he lost a bunch of weight, and then I think he did a movie where he was like he blew up, and then Batman Begins.
American History. No, not American History.
Whatever came out after The Machinist.
American Hustle. That's it.
Yeah, and so when they were like, he was like, you know, they were like, yeah, we want you to be Batman, but you're too fat. And he's like, don't worry, I'll lose the weight. And then he did lose the weight. And if you look at, you can tell the difference because in Batman Begins, I like the way he looked in Batman Begins. He's like fucking big, like he's intimidating as shit. I love that suit, by the way. And then in Dark Knight, he's more slimmer, and I hated that suit design. But like in my opinion, I think the Dark Knight Rises, Christian Bale looks way less intimidating. He just looks like it looks more militaristic and like actually functioning in the real world by the time we get to Dark Knight Rises. But in Batman Begins, dude, that looks like a fucking intimidating Batman.
Yeah, that's exactly why Robert Pattinson's actually the worst Bruce Wayne, because he doesn't.
You're actually completely fucking. Why don't you put your fingers up your own ass and fucking tell us how much you love the Fudge Packers?
Hey, you saw that? Up. You could see that. I didn't know you could see that. Robert Pattinson
worked out. He was big.
Yeah, he got on a fucking treadmill and lost even more weight.
He did work. He was muscular.
Not at fucking all, dude.
Not like huge, but he was decently muscular.
Nah, dude, looked like Chris Moore. Sinister Creation. You guys don't know who that is, but he's skinny. Sinister Creation says, if you guys could mix up any final girl into any franchise, what would you like to see? I'd like to see Sydney and put her on Elm Street, and then put Nancy in Terrifier. That's a good question, dude. It's a good question.
You know what? I don't know. Fuck, that's a great one. That's a really good one. I was going to say, I would like to see something. Always gets left out of these conversations and no one talks about her at all is Kirsty Cotton. Kirsty Cotton survived Pinhead, dude. Like, she's one of the best final girls out there. She does get
left out.
Yeah, she never gets mentioned. Like, everyone talks about Nancy or they talk about Sydney, but Kirsty Cotton literally survived a goddamn demon from hell that fucking would take you and rip your skin off and make you watch like I don't know, fucking C-SPAN for 24 hours a day. Holy shit, it would suck. But I would like to see what about Kirsty Cotton as an aunt in the Chucky movies? The aunt that takes care of the boy. The mom. It's the mom.
I'd put her in anything, but I really wouldn't waste her on Chucky, to be honest. I think like
she's not. I wouldn't put her in Texas.
No, she's too good for nothing against Texas. It's just I'd want her for something really fucking good. I mean, maybe even Halloween if you think about it. I don't know. That's a really good question, dude. I'll take the main lady from the Terrifier 2, and I'd love to see her in Scream. I'd also, because you can't say Final Girl because she died. I was really hoping that fucking Samara Weaving would be a Final Girl, but she died too, so you can't really do that. Man, that's gonna take so much more thought. God damn it. That's gonna be my answer right now. The girl from Terrifier 2. I'd put her in Friday the 13th. That's what I'd put her in. She'd be great in that. And also I'd like to put my wiener in. Okay. The Masked Met says, what up, boys? Mark Duplass was awesome in Creep. Question mark? Was awesome in Creep?
Yeah, he was good. I like
He was fucking awesome. Yeah, dude. Tubby time. How about him outside the box choice for Freddy? I like that a lot.
It's not bad at all. Yeah, I would be fine with that. Like, it's really hard to narrow down a really good Freddy, but yeah, that guy would make sense and actually be very, very good at it. Because obviously the dream choice would be, and I'm going to keep saying Kevin Bacon, but he's too old. There was somebody else that I just thought of that would do a really good job as Freddy Krueger yesterday, and I can't remember. But yeah, you're right. That guy would be really good. I think, and he's also like, his name isn't like exactly known. So it would still be coming from a point where like it could be a breakout role for him in a lot of ways.
Yeah, no, it's true. I would take him. I like the idea. Cillian Murphy would be pretty good, I think. My number one choice will now and forever always be Michael Shannon. I want that so fucking much, dude.
Michael Shannon could work, but Cillian Murphy would literally, like, if you hired Cillian Murphy to be the Freddy Krueger, then you would, like, literally your budget would be consistent of crayons and construction paper for all the special effects, because that's how much he would cost to play Freddy Krueger.
Who?
Cillian Murphy. It'd be like millions of dollars. I bet his fucking point is starting is 2.
He's not really he's not like a Hollywood huge name. I mean, he's a big name, but he's
instantly recognizable.
He wouldn't cost any more than Michael Shannon or Kevin Bacon.
Well, Kevin Bacon's like an old piece of meat that's been left out for a while, so he's like his fucking price has gone down.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Hey, nice career, Kevin Bacon. Fucking, he still
Yeah,
still.
I always feel like it's great when he talked about how like he was at the lowest end of his rope with Trimmers. And he's like, I'm in a movie about fucking worms, and I was like, that was like he was gonna retire and quit acting, and then that movie like saved his career.
Never give up. That's what that says. Never give up. That's why we're still doing this after 76 years. Nighttime said, did you see Grindhouse film Hobo with a Shotgun?
Yep.
Thanksgiving is technically better, but Hobo with a Shotgun is way more vile. It's another fake trailer film.
Yep, that's true. Yep, I remember that. Hobo with Shotgun has been a long time, but I remember. I think we reviewed it. I think we liked it.
Yes. I don't know if we reviewed it, but I know that we did.
I think we reviewed it. It was like forever ago. Hobo with a Shotgun.
Maybe on the Patreon, possibly.
Maybe, but I remember reviewing it. Yeah, it was pretty good, man. I didn't mind it at all. It kind of gave me Death Wish vibes, which I guess that's technically what it was.
Speaking of which, Death Wish, the remake, will be in our tier list tonight. We were just going to get to in just a momentary moment. Thanks, Nighttime. Appreciate you, dude. GJ Graham says Jordan Peele is producing a remake of Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs. I think that's a perfect movie for him to remake. I wonder who they'll get to play Fool. And I got to remember too, like he's producing it. So his company is producing it. I don't think he's directing it. So really, like how much of it is a Jordan Peele movie? Yeah. Right. First, but I hate it. I don't want it. It's perfect. The movie's fucking perfect, dude.
Yeah, the movie is one of Wes Craven's better ones that he ever did. But you know, if they're gonna remake it, they're gonna remake it. As far as like who would play Fool, I get that fucking guy that you never get him. No, you have to get a young kid. Well, obviously, you know they're gonna go with one of the kids from Stranger Things. Yeah, why that kid? Probably. I mean, and I don't know. I don't know if it's about like if Fool was like if he's supposed to be black or if they're gonna race. I don't know. Like I don't remember how the character was written. So because it'd be too on the nose, like to cast the boy from Stranger Things. Just because the character's black. I mean, I think they'll probably just leave the door open for it, and it also depends on. Oh, he was Hispanic, by the way, but it'll probably just depend on like. I don't know what story they're going to tell. That's going to ultimately decide who would be cast as Fool.
Yeah, no, the kid who played Fool, he'd have to be black because I mean, like, well,
I don't know. I mean, because if it's going to because the original movie took place, I think they were Hispanic.
It was all about
black,
classism
Hispanic.
and like
I don't remember, but it was in that area. So it just depends on where they move it to. Like I would imagine they keep it in the same spot, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
It wouldn't have to be. I would just assume. But I don't know. I say I'd see a what do you call it? A unknown for that. And I'd be cool with an unknown for Freddy too. Like I really like. We always like the fan cast and it'd be fun. But if they just brought some name out of the woodwork, I wouldn't poo it. Daniel Craig could probably play a good Freddy if he had to.
Yeah, for $400 million.
Yeah, that's somebody you definitely can't afford. I only thought of him because like we didn't know who he was when they cast him as James Bond, and he fucking ripped ass in like the best of ways. Dr. Terry says Andy Serkis as Freddy. He'd be horrifying.
Yeah, Andy Serkis is good, man. That's a good choice too.
He's a Andy Serkis. He's a great what do you call it? CGI actor, whatever, ball motion.
No, he's been in he's done other he was in
I know. I just never been that impressed with him.
I think he's great. Well, that's just because you didn't like Mike's got a like his butthole is sore from Robert Pattinson Batman. Like he never can set right. But Andy Serkis, I feel like generally speaking though, he's a good actor. I don't know. I think I could see it, but there's something about his face though. You're right. It there's got to be something like with Freddy Krueger, like the face has to. I don't know. It's got to have a certain mold to it. I don't know, and I just don't see him like.
Sorry, Resident Dr. Evil said, "Get Kevin Hart. He's short enough to play Fool."
Yeah, you could just de-age him.
Dex Toten says, "Guess who's off child support as of today? This guy. Time to put all my money in a 1956 Chevy." Yeah.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Rootin' tootin' Texas tootin'. Now I don't know how you got off the child support. I don't know if you found out something you shouldn't have found out, or if you fucking hired a hitman to get rid of that goddamn bastard. But whatever it is, good on you, you goddamn American Texan. That's where that money should go into that 56 Chevy. Fuck yeah, dude. Go ahead and cruise them goddamn cruise all night long till them wheels fall off in the desert sun.
Mm-hmm.
And stay away from that puff and paint. It ain't no good for you.
Jordan Dicker says Damian Maffei as Freddy. I'm in. Put that
Jordan, we asked for actors.
Oh shit!
No,
Son.
Damien actually would be great. I think that Damien would he be a good Freddy though? I don't know. I've never. He does those like silent stalking guys. So I don't know.
I'd watch it. He made fun of me on the internet the other day. So he stalked my Twitter. Yeah. I don't know if I would necessarily sleep with a man, but if I did, I got a good
not swallow. You would definitely spit because I don't know you. He would say, "I'm going to spit first, and then after I let you ram my asshole, then I'll decide whether I will." See, look at that. That's so fucking nasty, dude. Holy shit! It looks like there's algae growing.
I will never swallow.
But no, seriously. I don't know. Yeah, like Freddy's always going to be an interesting choice as far as like who you would cast or who would be the perfect fit for him. I mean, and we all are going to have our opinions on it. I think Dane DeHaan would do a really good job as Freddy Krueger. I mentioned that before. I think Dane DeHaan could do a really good job. I think he's got a creepy face. You shut the fuck up and mind your manners. Fucking stay in the kitchen, bitch. I just think he's got a creepy voice. I think he's got a creepy look. He's got a creepy and it's not just the fact that I think he could transfer with makeup, which, by the way, an essential for a Freddy remake. Do not do digital fucking makeup on Freddy. Jackie R. Haley, bless his soul, did his best with a shitty script and a terrible CGI with his face that looks like a burnt weasel that runs around screaming at kids. Go with practical makeup effects. Go straight. By the way, I think the best Freddy ever looked was part 2 in Freddy's Revenge when he has more of a witch nose and his ears more curved. That's the coolest looking Freddy Krueger. Go with that. And then cast somebody that's going to be able to be creepy, not only in the human form, that could pull off and do some of that nasty ass shit that he's accused of doing and that he did do, but also is able to have that same vibe as a monster.
Why do you always want Freddy to be a child molester, Jay? God.
Yeah, because that's what he is.
It, don't you?
That's what he is.
You want to watch it.
I wasn't on the Epstein Island like a lot of other fucking 500 celebrities that were.
Oh, God. Hey, someone said, Mike, pluck your nose hairs. Tomo said, pluck your nose hairs. That's embarrassing. Shit. Did I have a nose hair coming out?
I didn't stare up your fucking nose.
Yeah, that's right. Because you were looking down on me when I was suck. Wait, that's not what
sucking that guy's dick in the alleyway for a quarter. Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Well, you needed the quarter.
I know I did. I was like, I need it for the gumball machine. Mike, go suck that guy's dick.
It happens every Saturday night. Let's jump into the tier list. We have a lot, and I mean a fucking lot. So we're gonna go a little spooky fast, but not too spooky fast. I don't know why I said spooky. I'm like a fucking turd. But I'll tell you this, Jay. You guys, please keep sending your super chats wherever. We really do appreciate them because this is definitely demonetized like all of our videos. YouTube will not let the advertisers see it because we say things like Jay has sex with men inside of their trailer park while God watches because God sees everything. And then we are going to, for the meantime, though, we're going to jump into this list and see what's going on, starting with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's latest.
Don't even talk about it. All time.
Don't cry in front of the Mexicans. It's
goddamn Italians. Goddamn Italians.
The best. I think the best scene of the movie. You could argue several. Like when he starts to cry, talk to the little girl is probably my favorite. But I think the funniest scene in the goddamn movie is when he goes into the trailer after he fucks up his lawns. He's like, "You had to have 8 goddamn whiskey sours. You couldn't stop at fucking 5. You had to have 8." He looks like it's like, "You fucking get the lines right, or I'm gonna blow your brains all over my fucking pool tonight." It's just dude. Funny, dude.
It was like immediate, like it was like for me when you watch like Goodfellas for the first time, it's like an immediate thing. It's like that fucking good. It's just that good. It's all time. Like it's one of those things that set the bar for a lot of other filmmakers. You only get them every once in a while.
Yeah, dude, you're right. Goodfellas is a great example. That was a fucking excellent choice to throw out there. Now we go to Robert.
If you ever touch her again, I swear to God, I'll fucking kill you.
You get that goddamn mechanical asshole off my lawn, you goddamn hippies.
Hey, you popped your cherry.
Sin City. City.
I loved it when I loved it when it first came out. I thought it was really pretty. It was actually really interesting. I never seen anything like it before. I had read the Frank Miller's comic book, but the way that they actually captured it on film, and it was a very, very dedicated I was gonna say transcribance. I don't even think that's a word, but
Transformers.
But it was a faithful adaptation of the source material, and they even got it down with the black and white and the slow-mos and the way it all looked, and the acting was so good. By the way, Clive Owen, I forgot about him. Clive Owen would be an excellent Dr. Loomis. I'm just gonna throw
He's
that
so
out there.
handsome. Underrated Clive Owen movie, by the way. Fucking shoot him up. That movie kicked ass.
Clive Owen's great. I think Clive Owen could be a good Dr. Loomis. Anyway,
yes, totally agree.
I will say, see, I'm torn on this one. I love this movie, and I've gone back and watched it several times. It just want to, but it's almost touches the sun, or it's pretty rad. I fall in between those two. Like one day it'll be one, and the other day it'll be something else. I don't know.
May I push your bosom up?
Yes.
May I touch
Boost
the sack and lift it over the fence and put this thing and almost touches the sun? Because that's where I would definitely stick.
That's fine. I said I was torn either way. The only thing that could have made it better is we got some titties from Jessica Alba, but that's fine. She wanted to keep it classy.
Yeah, good for her.
Wanted to keep it classy, even though everything else anyway. Or Rosario Dawson, but yeah, dude, it's fucking great ass movie. And Mickey Rourke. By the way, I feel bad. Mickey Rourke's not even on the fucking cover.
Yeah, well, he sometimes
they couldn't fit all his man juice on there.
God, that was like man juice on the cover right now, like the rain.
You know that meme of Giga Chad that goes around where it's like that guy with a huge jaw and they have different. That literally is Mickey Rourke in this movie, like the same fucking face.
I could see that. I love this movie too. I gotta rewatch it. It's been a minute. I love Bruce Willis in this. I got a bum ticker. Like that whole storyline was so cool. I think it's a kick-ass movie, dude. I'm right there with you.
I see. It's weird. I think when I watched it, the one that I was more interested in was the Mickey Rourke story, especially when he fucks up Elijah Wood and he doesn't make a sound when he was cutting his legs and arms off. That was fucking wild, dude.
That was fucking awesome. Yeah, I gotta rewatch it again, dude. It's been a minute. Let's go. We got one of each now. Let's touch on Eli Roth's little bum with the Green Inferno.
I would put this at fuckable personally. I don't think it's a bad movie per se.
That's the correct place to stick it,
but
dude.
Yes, I feel like the problem with this movie is it was way hyped up. And it was not the fault of the movie or the filmmakers. It was because people were running away with this, acting like this was like the second coming of the Antichrist, or the Antichrist was coming down, and everyone was going to get a dildo ride today with fiery tips. And it was like, and I watched it, and I was like, if I wanted to kiss, I would have called your mother. And these kind of movies fuck me up. I don't like cannibal shit. And they were like, oh, Cannibal Holocaust. It's not. This is a fuckable movie at best.
Yeah. And it was made as a love letter to movies like Cannibal Holocaust. And I could see, like, if you took your mom to see this, there's scenes where they rip apart that dude's face and get all gushy in there. Yeah. That would definitely send, like, your mom to the hospital for sure. But, yeah, there's a lot grosser movies for sure. The movie is all right. It's pretty good. I enjoy watching it. The main lady in it was really good. That's Eli Roth's wife, by the way. Good for him. Congratulations, Eli.
You've done well for yourself, sir.
Well done, sir. But yeah, I enjoy it for what it is. And it was a nice little middle finger to the whole over-the-top social justice warriors on the internet at the time, which was a nice little touch. I enjoyed that. Had some good Eli Roth stuff in there, some great special effects. But yeah,
I rooted for the cannibals for the most part.
Yeah, nothing.
I was like, eat that motherfucker's dick off. Do it.
Yeah. Nothing that really sticks out and makes you really want to watch it again. So it's the definition of fuckable, methinks. Yeah. I don't know why I have Grindhouse in, because that's two movies. We have those separated on here. So let's go right back to Tarantino with a little bit of Hateful Eight.
It's an all-timer. It's an all-timer. It's one of the best Western movies I've ever seen in my life. I'm not kidding with you. Like, it's long as fuck, but the way that it pays off, it's like a Hitchcockian ending, which I didn't see coming, and I loved every fucking bit of this. Like, there's so many layers to this movie that it's unbelievable. And you watch it again, you always are like, there's always something new about it that always catches your eye, or something like, oh my God, I can't believe they did like this, or they did this, and the little subtle things that Tarantino does in this film, dude, it's fucking one of the best. It's an all-timer to me. It really is.
We have, my friend, the first poll of the night, because I vehemently disagree with you and your
what? I'm gonna make you suck Samuel L. Jackson's dick when you're fucking freezing, so you can have that hot cum washed down your throat.
You said you wouldn't tell anybody about that, dude.
No, that part fucked me up, dude. Like, I mean, I know it was like, get back the racist general guy, but he was like, and he took me all in his mouth, and I was like, fuck, dude, it was so disgusting. But like, so like, fuck you to the general. Like, I was like, it was also so weird to see Magic Mike pop up from the fucking cellar. Look, hey y'all.
Yeah. I like it's a great fucking movie. Like it's a great fucking movie. Do not get me wrong. I would put it probably It Almost Touches the Sun, maybe consider Pretty Rad. And that's just a me thing because for me, I think that the movie is just really as good as a movie as it is. I never feel the need to ever watch it again because it's just so just like I don't know what it's supposed to be, and that's the point, but I'm just saying like it's joyless and kind of miserable, and like I don't really like anybody in the movie. So I'm just kind of like, oh god, I don't want to watch it again.
Then you got what Tarantino was putting down. I also like it goes, how about them bells, bitch? That was also another great Kurt Russell fucking movie.
Kurt Russell does rule, and he's in a lot of these too. But yeah, you guys vote on that. We just put it to a vote in the chat. Jay says all timer. I say Almost Touches the Sun. What do you say about letting me come over your house tonight and play Biscuit Boy with your dad? Hostel Part 2, the second Hostel.
Fuckable. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't really give a shit one or the other. I had to stretch my brain cell to even remember the fucking movie. Like it hurt because it runs together with it's such an unnecessary movie. It really is. And when they did it, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw this, dude. I saw this at a dollar theater, and I was by myself, and I'm watching it. Because God, you are one pathetic loser. And this is years and years ago, obviously, but I was in the shitty, fucking skanky ass dollar theater watching it, and I was by myself. The whole theater was empty, and dude, it was one of the only movies I've ever wanted to walk out of. Not because it was bad, but when they put poor, God, I can't remember her name, the sweet girl from the Scream franchise, Heather Maserati. I'm probably saying her last name wrong, but she's like so sweet and she's got this little sweet face. When they hang her upside down, butt naked, and just toy with her while they like cut her, and she's bleeding all over this lady.
And that woman takes a bath.
Yeah. I was so mad. Like she's crying. I felt so bad. I just made me feel icky. That being said, the movie's just fine. I think it's a definition of a fuckable movie.
That was I guess that was one of those references to Ellen Bathory. I don't know, or something Bathory. The one that used to like bathe inside, like in like virgin's bloods. You know, I don't.
Was that a nickname or was that her actual?
No,
name?
that was like I think that was based on a real person that did that shit.
So it's not.
I don't know. I can't remember. It's something Bathory. I don't remember. Like, and I don't know. It doesn't matter. And I know that the Queen Mary, back in that's where Bloody Mary comes from. She used to supposedly to keep the youth. She would like the youth. She would try to like get virgins' blood in a tub. They would cut the throats and drain them, and so that she could stay youthful. What a dumbass!
Honestly, I'm kind of to that point. You know, I might do it. I'm getting a little crispy in my old ages. Speaking of that, how about Hostel, the original? Talk about a movie that was hyped up, my friend.
Another one. It's pretty rad to me. That's about it. I hadn't seen anything like it, to be fair, because it came out around the same time as Saw for me, and I hadn't seen anything like this when I watched it for the first time. That Achilles shit, goddamn, it gets me every fucking time. I hate that Achilles scene. It's one of the worst fucking scenes I've ever seen in my life. I don't want to see it. But at the end of the day, it's not a great movie. There's nothing like really amazing about the characters or the development of the story. It's just a basic, like, here you go. Here's a mean fucking movie about basically nothing. I want to show you some gore shit. But to be fair, there is a slight storyline, which is basically playing on the idea that if you're so rich and you have nothing to look forward to in your life except hunting people, that's like your new vice because you're so bored. I mean, there is a story, but it's just not. It's pretty rad. I mean, The Pest with John Leguizamo did the same fucking thing. Like a guy that was so rich, he had everything. He wanted to hunt people.
I will say, I think there's more to it than meets the butt burger. I mean, I think there's a lot in that movie about like xenophobia and like, people's fear going overseas and shit like that. And he was toying with that a lot. And I also think that I enjoyed.
Did you read his Wikipedia page?
No, I enjoyed I actually just did watch this a couple weeks ago though. But at first when you watch, you're like, oh my God, get to the fucking point, because the lead up was such good marketing and it was such a fun marketing plan that they did with it. It's almost like Blair Witch, obviously not on that level. But like when I saw it the first time, it was annoying the first half because you like get to the fucking kills and stuff.
Yeah.
But by the time they happened, to me, it felt so authentic. Like the way they did it, it was fucking gross and it was gnarly. I enjoy this movie a lot. I will put this one to a vote on you. I think It Almost Touches the Sun.
Wow.
I don't think that's a terrible place though. But that
you got a big hard on for this, as much as that guy holding that chainsaw.
It's true, Jay. In the case of The Hateful Eight, the sick audience in this theater agrees with you. It is an all-timer at 43% all-timer to 30% Almost Touches the Sun. 27% did say they thought it was simply pretty rad. However,
now everybody out there like said that, you're my Huckleberry. You know what's up.
Hateful Eight goes in the top tier right next to Quentin Tarantino's other movies. So Quentin is 2 for 2, which is not that surprising to me. And I'm going to put a vote up right now for Hostel. And while I'm doing that, Jay, show me dick. And also tell me what you think about let's get a Rodriguez one in there, huh?
Do it then.
The faculty.
The man, because I really like, because they're not facing each other. Disturbing Behavior to me was a better movie, but overall, as far as like this movie itself, it's not bad. It's got, excuse me, a great style. It's got, I'm trying to. Okay, first off, I'm trying to get the cum before I spit the dick out, but. It's got a great atmosphere. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got it obviously captures the late 90s feeling very well. It's acted well. It's just there's something really goofy about it. And I don't know if that was intentional, but it comes across as little fun. But it's still fun. I think it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a pretty rad movie. But I could be flirted with, or I could definitely be talked into putting it in Almost Touches the Sun. But I mean, I feel like when you have a movie that almost touches the sun, like it has to do something that's very unique and different in of itself. And I don't think this movie does anything that's in of itself unique. It's fun. It's a fun fucking movie, but it'd be like me saying, well, 13 Ghosts need to be in Almost Touches the Sun. I mean, nobody would ever agree with that. Meanwhile, Usher's in this movie and good for him. But either way, it's not pretty rad to me. It's not like a slap in the face if it doesn't make Almost Touch the Sun, but it's either one of those. I can't decide. It kind of fluctuates there.
Jay, you're absolutely right. I think it's for nostalgia purposes, for how much I love this movie and I like to rewatch it. And I love the cast and I love the fucking nostalgia of it. I love how much that cover totally rips off the Independence Day cover. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about this movie. When you watch it as a movie, it's not that great. Like the effects are pretty fucking bad at times. The storyline is a little bit fucking pizzazz. It's a goddamn wackadoodle. The devil is in this. Yeah, I put this in pretty rad myself. I fucking adore this movie.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a pin in my heart, but as a movie, it's pretty rad.
That's kind of how I feel like it's the same thing with Sin City. I mean, like certain days it goes to pretty rad, and other days it's higher than that. Like tomorrow, you can watch The Faculty and be like, "Oh, this was groundbreaking. There's so much crazy shit that they did in this." But then you watch it, the following week or the following couple of months, and you're like, "This movie sucks," or "This movie's only good for this."
Everybody said the poll's broken. It's at 55 votes right now.
It is not. You said it was a good size.
The chat's saying the poll's broken. No, the votes continue to go up. I'm not sure what's going on, but we did get 58 votes in there so far. So
I have to go pee. Speaking of polls,
do it. Go pee, you fucking slut.
You want to do one more really quick before I go?
No, you're good. I'll get to a couple that I know you haven't seen yet while you're gone.
Okay.
But yeah, we're sticking The Faculty and pretty fucking rad, which again, I have no qualms with this going in. It's Almost Touches the Sun in my heart, but yeah, fair's fair. And Love and Dudes. How about another Eli Roth? Thanksgiving. You sacks of shit. How about Thanksgiving? I adore this movie so much. And I think a lot of people went to see it and they were like, well, the dialogue's kind of bad there, or like the joke's kind of off there, or that's not a perfect story, or that's kind of silly. And what I don't think people understood about this movie was I think Eli Roth made a masterpiece in that he was trying on purpose to make this exact movie he made. And that is a 80s, to me, more 90s, but a lot of people feel 80s. I think it just depends on what area you're from. He was trying to make a slasher and everything that's involved with a slasher, including some silly dialogue, including some silly moments and over the top shit. And I think he did that. I think he set out to accomplish exactly what the fuck he wanted to with Thanksgiving. I am going to stick Thanksgiving like a turkey. I'm going to stuff this into Almost Touches the Sun, and I don't even give a fuck. I'm doing it. Maybe that's just because it hurts. It does hurt to put it above The Faculty. I feel kind of strange in my butt about that. I feel dirty. It does make me feel dirty. Nobody say it. Nobody say anything about it. All right? Don't fucking mention it, that it's above The Faculty. I don't want to talk about it. You shut your goddamn mouths. Okay? Thank you. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, Jay, I do not believe has seen Jackie Brown. Well, she's got to get on that shit, man. Jackie Brown, Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown is fucking amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Look at this cast, man. Look at this fucking cast. First off, Robert Forster, who's underrated in that cast. So we got Samuel Jackson, obviously, Pam fucking Grier, Michael Keaton, Robert De Niro. I'm reading Quentin Tarantino's book right now, the picture book, because I can't read, but I'm reading his book. It's called Cinema Speculation. In the first chapter, he talks about how his mom started dating black guys, and he started taking him as a little kid because he was trying to get in his mom's pants, and he was trying to score brownie points. He would take young Quentin, like I believe he was like maybe 7. I could be wrong about that, but he would take him to the theater where they showed nothing but blaxploitation films. And he was like, the first time I saw Jim Brown on the screen and I saw these people hooting and hollering and going crazy, he's like, I didn't have like a dad that was in the house. He was like, so this was like the most like manly moment of my entire life watching these dudes do this. And he's like, I fell in love with these movies. And I think that this is definitely his love letter to those movies. And I think he just fucking, I think this movie is underrated as shit. I think it fucking rips. I'm going to go personally. And the aspect of his other films, I still will go Almost Touches the Sun. But if you got instead of All Timer, I won't quite put it there, but I could be swayed. If you guys have not seen Jackie Brown, I feel like a lot of people haven't. I feel like it's one of those ones in his filmography people slept on. And you like heist movies and shit like that, and you just like Tarantino's movies, fucking gotta watch, dude. I loved it. I enjoy the shit out of it. So Almost Touched the Sun, you go right next to Thanksgiving, which is just a weird 2 movies to fucking put together. Jay did not see Hypnotic, so we'll do another Rodriguez film. I love fucking Ben Affleck, man. I do. I love him as much as the next guy. This movie felt like it should have been released straight to Hulu. It really did. Time travel, not time travel. What was the fucking idea? It's so fucking forgettable. This bad guy could hypnotize you. He could hypnotize anybody to do whatever the fuck he wanted. And William Fichtner, I think, was a bad guy. Great bad guy. Love Ben Affleck. But the story was just way too over the top. And it ended up being cheesy. And it got too convoluted. And it thought it was Inception at one point. And some decent action scenes. This is, at best, Hypnotic was fuckable. I think it's like the definition of maybe a step below fuckable. If there was a tier in between fuckable and Sucks My Butt Steve, I'd probably put it in there. Hypnotic. Notorious. Dude. You never saw Jackie Brown, did you?
I've not.
You gotta get on that shit, man.
I know. I don't know what. I just haven't got around to watching it.
Do it.
And I'll be fair and I'll be honest. I'm gonna be straight up, show the balls and everything, and castrate myself before God. I will say that I have not seen Kill Bill 1 or 2.
They're good, dude. Like I get like it didn't strike. It wasn't one of those movies when it came out. I was like, I need to watch that. Yeah. But once I did, I was like, oh, I get why I needed to fucking watch that.
I know it's referenced all the time. I just haven't watched them.
Let me see here. We are at, by the way, super chitty chat wise. We are at 8:40 p.m. with Sir Dan Murphy.
Okay, let me get something through that.
He's a good man. He's a handsome. My dog just farted. Jesus Christ.
Old Dan Murphy.
Wow. God, dude, it smells like God farted in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's horrid.
Okay, I'm there and ready to play.
Be right back, friends.
Okay. Okay. Dan Murphy, thank you so much. Says joining late, and when I clicked in YouTube ad blast, have you ever shaved balls on camera? Well, yes, I have in my youth. They know the Wham demo. Fight to the death. Who wins? Robo versus Term in nature. That's pretty cool. That's weird that you got an ad, but listen, my heart and fart wants to give it to Robo, but I just don't think in reality that would happen. The T800 is just far superior to RoboCop in every sense of the word. Now, the only thing that would set RoboCop apart is his humanity, and that could be a strength for him, but it could also be a burden. And he can think outside of a programming. But if you look at Arnold in the second movie, they installed the chip within him that would allow him essentially to learn to become more human, to blend in more. So that could also use and be helpful in his tactics. But in the end of the day, like Robo is like very rigid, and he has like only certain movesets that he can use, and do. So Terminator's he's gonna fuck that old plug up, unfortunately. But I'd have to give it to Terminator at the end of the day, even though I'm a way bigger fan of RoboCop. But good question, Dan. Thank you so much, dude. What the fuck, dude? That scared the shit out of me. Like, I threw one of these red cups away earlier in the trash can up here, and like, I guess where the heater's on, it made it go like the plastic expanded. It scared the shits out of me. Oh my god. Will Status Ricardo says, did you guys like Violent Night? I don't know if I've seen Violent Night. Now, if you're talking about when I was my ex-wife and I, there's many of those, but I don't think I ever actually watched the film Violent Night. But I'll ask Mike. But thank you, man. Really generous of you. Appreciate that. Keep going, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Robin Barker, no question attached, but really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate that. Luke Weber says, hello, ladies. Hi, babe. Found out we are expecting a baby number 2 today. All right, congratulations. And moving into the new house. Also, your shoelaces united. Mike, love you. I think he meant untied, but you're right. He probably is. He doesn't know how to do that and subtraction, but I'll tell him that his shoelaces are untied and they should be united. But congratulations, man. That's awesome. Awesome for you, man. Luke Weber. Keep going. I think we got him all. Are we live? No, we're not. Fuck. JK. I know you're gonna talk shit. What the fuck, Jay? How have you not seen Kill Bill? It clears Crow. No, it doesn't. Okay. Fuck you, JK. All right. It does not. It might though. I don't know. Everybody talks about it. I just haven't seen it. I don't know. Maybe because I hate women. That's what everybody would say. No, I don't know. I think I've had it in my to watch list forever, and I just never have gotten around to watching them. And along with Jackie Brown, but I don't know what it is. I never had the desire. But by the way, we're here live, and JK says it does with caps. I can hear you. Stop shouting with your capital letters. And you're going to say my caps lock is stuck. No, it's not. Blu-ray Addict says Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 are fantastical. Well, good. But by the way, I'm actually able to talk to you now live, which is hot. That's some sexy hot girl shit right there. Hot girl shit. Kill Bill says fucking 3 flames out of 5 is what he's saying. Sup, Imran Jabbar? Good times. Nice to meet you. Killing Zoe by someone Killing Zoe. Tomo, how you doing, Tomo? No, but I'll watch it one day. All right, I'm sure I'll get around to it. I gotta go watch Thanksgiving. I haven't even watched that shit yet. I gotta go on the high seas for that. You all know what I'm talking about. A little Captain Crutch action. Okay. You are the man, says beep bop boop. No, I'm not. No, I'm the lady. Stop it. Stop your misogyny. Oh man, I'll tell you what though, guys. Rock Music Forever says Mike and Jay, the cam girls. Fuck yeah, dude. That's gonna be the next venture of our enterprise. Hal says, Jay, what's your fave game of the year so far from what I've played? Man, I gotta tell you what, Baldur's Gate 3 is hot shit. Good stuff right there. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I get it. I understand. Don't yell at me, all right? Jesus Christ. Spider-Man 2, good. Liked it a lot. Is it game of the year? I don't think so, Jim. Let's go over there and be quiet for a moment. RoboCop Rogue City, a sleeper hit. Very, very well done. Enjoyed it. It's not a AAA studio game by any stretch of the imagination, but man, they put their hearts in that shit. So that's some good, sexy stuff right there. And then what was the other one? Not. Shut up. Shushola. I can't remember the other fucking one, but I'll be right now. I'll be honest with you. Fair game. I think what's going to win. It already swept the game, the Game Awards earlier. Baldur's Gate 3 will probably continue to reap the success. And again, every Sony fanboy, and I have a Sony myself, so don't get me twisted here, will probably say Spider-Man 2, but Spider-Man 2 is not game of the year, in my opinion. It's a great game. I fucking love the game. I'm glad they got like Venom in it. He's awesome. It's probably Baldur's Gate 3, just in me's opinion.
I have an announcement to make.
You pooped your pants?
I'm gay.
Okay.
What time stamp are you at?
We finished.
Oh,
somebody asked earlier in chat if it was a super chat. If you'd seen Violent Night and the thoughts, I'd never seen it. So,
oh, I did see that. You know what, dude? I did not. I was not a fan of Violent Night. Like I got so much shit for that when I reviewed it. I thought
that's probably why they asked it again, just to see if you changed your mind.
I mean, I gave it like a 6, but like I did not think it was nearly as good as everybody else did. David Harbour was in it, and like I know he's so beloved. I like David Harbour too, but like I just thought that I expected like a Die Hard-ish type. I didn't expect it to be as good as Die Hard, but I expected it to at least be semi-serious. And they spent like fucking half that movie talking about the majesty of Christmas, and I'm like, this doesn't fit. I just didn't. I thought it was kind of cheesy.
Magical, Mike. God,
shut up, Jay.
It's really happy. Not. It's happy thoughts.
No.
Didn't you see the Santa Claus with Tim Allen? You asshole.
That was a Christmas movie. That is a fucking Christmas movie.
Well, yeah, but was that a Christmas movie or was Jingle All the Way a Christmas movie? Which one would win?
Both.
You can't pick.
Jingle All the Way fucking rules, dude. It's underrated. Put the cookie down.
Great movie.
As far as the vote goes, we had a vote going for Hostel, and the crowd, Jay, is on fire tonight. The crowd says also pretty rad. 58% to my opinion of Almost Touches the Sun. And you guys can almost shut the fuck up.
What was what movie was it for?
Hostel.
This is a smart audience tonight, and I really like it. You guys are always smart, but tonight especially, you guys are winning all sorts of awards and gold stickers.
Stupid idiots.
See what I'm talking
coming back.
That's the kind of negativity that was going to be for your gifts. What was that thing that Peter Venkman said? You're going to face a lot of negativity for your special gifts.
How about Django Unchained? Quentin Tarantino.
I'll tell you what, man. I don't want to do this again. I don't. Because people are like, God damn, Jay, why don't you just get down on your all fours and suck the balls off Tarantino? I want to put it in all-timer. I do, because it was an amazing goddamn. I just watched this movie again like 2-3 months ago, and I forgot how good of a movie it actually was. When I first watched it in the theaters, I think I took it for granted, and then I watched it again. I'm like, man, they did a really, really, really special job with this. They did something really cool. But at the end of the day, where my hearts and farts is like falling, it's going to be Almost Touches the Sun.
That is also where I put it. There's just something about this and Hateful Eight. It's not that I dislike Tarantino's westerns. I never want to go back and rewatch them. Like they don't have that same, like almost like a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like I constantly want to watch it. These just don't put me in a great mood. They're great films.
Django Unchained was like, actually for me, it was as close to Quentin Tarantino doing a superhero origin story movie that he could get to. And I like Django, don't get me wrong, but when I think, like, for me, Hateful Eight just had all these inner working parts that made it so memorable and what, not consuming, but like it drew you in a way that not a lot of movies can. Django was a really fun movie, and it did show the brutalities of what was going on during that time frame, and they did a great job of turning that on its head and be like, what if there was a superhero that stepped out of that mess like Django and fucked people up and like took, like, you know, I like that, but I didn't really have any type of desire to go back and be engrossed in that movie over and over again like I did for something like The Hateful Eight or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. So Almost Touches the Sun, where that one goes. Have you seen this movie? Have you seen Robert Rodriguez?
I haven't, but everyone talked about how great it was, and I have not watched it.
Let's put this one to a vote because I have not seen it either, my good man.
I gotta watch it though. Everybody said it was like amazing.
So I can only put so many tiers in here. I don't think anybody's gonna say sucks my butt, Steve. So I'll start at the top and go down.
Well, this movie came out alongside another movie that was getting shit on big time by fans.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, this. Yeah, and then they're like, this is the kind of movie that you make. This is the type of movie that they want. I don't know what the other movie was, though.
It was the Zack Snyder film. I can't remember the name of it either, but I always get them confused. So I know exactly what you mean. So we're going to put that to a vote for you guys as far as Alita goes. In the meantime, Pulp Fiction's pretty fucking obvious. There's no doubt. There's no way you put this below All-Timer. It's one of the most famous films of all time.
Yeah, you must put it up into the sun, child. Apollo has lifted his skirt. The day is launched.
It's too easy, dude. It's like it's that started the fucking Tarantino craze.
Well, and it also revived John Travolta's career.
Yeah, it did. It's a fucking amazing movie, dude. You don't have to say anything about that. That's nobody had any question where that was going to go.
How many of you fuckers that are old enough when you saw this movie when it came out tried to do the dance that Travolta and Uma Thurman did at a wedding? How many of you fucking sad shitheads tried to do it? Because I did. And then I was like, I tried it in the mirror and I was like, I'm not gonna do this.
Say
I'm not
what
gonna.
again?
Yep.
How about El Mariachi, another Rodriguez film? It's kind of the Evil Dead to Evil Dead 2 for Desperado. You know what I mean? It was kind of a low budget. I just watched it not recently, not that long ago. And I'll say this, man, it's so low budget, like fucking real.
That's why I don't remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody gives you like a Dixie cup from Winn Dixie, and you're like, yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate that. I don't remember you getting that for me though.
It's basically Desperado if Desperado was made like as a fan film. Like, I'm not saying that in a negative way. It was just they had almost no money to make this movie, and it planted the seeds for Desperado. Again, it's Evil Dead to Evil Dead 2. I will put it at,
and it's also an origin story of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as you'll notice the turtle on the cover.
Yes. That is a fact. Actually, Jay's correct. That's where they got the idea for it. I'm gonna stick in fuckable. Like if none of the other movies were ever made, it would probably be pretty rad at least. But yeah, just once you've seen Desperado, it's like for me, there's almost no point in watching.
I'm 100% on board with that. Trying to stab me in the back, eh? And for me, and to be fair, I think Desperado, like, it should have been a one-off movie. I don't think it needed. Oh, goddamn, dude, it's so. Look how fucking sexy that goddamn cover looks. Like, it makes you feel like your dick is 3 inches longer than it really is. Just how cool it looks.
That's true.
Like, I remember seeing like this and in like a Blockbuster or Hollywood video in the action aisles, and there was no doubt that you're going to stop as you're perusing through and like, what am I going to rent tonight? You're going to look at Desperado and be like, man, why do you say my name, Antonio? You say my name. Because it really, like, dude, there's something about it that's so cool. Like, it's a very simple cover, but it's so crazy cool. And then Antonio Banderas in the movie is badass as fuck. Man, I know this might be this going to be stretch of the imagination. No? But if you're Mexican and you're Mexico and you got to give a legend, the legends do. Almost touch the sun, you do. You almost touch the sun. You almost touch the sun.
Oh, dude, no way. This is an all-timer 10 times a week.
See, I'm not even going that high with it. I was trying to be like conservative in it, like I am in my politics, but I didn't want to go all the way to all-timer because I don't want people to get mad about it. But I mean, I'd put it there if you want to go on the journey together, we'll go there. Like, we'll be like that streaker in the small world in Disney World, and we'll streak together. Did you hear about that shit? That fucking dude in Disneyland took off his fucking clothes in It's a Small World After All and streaked.
I'm not surprised.
Fucking nutball. But anyway, so
I would have been probably in this chat right now.
It's like, hey, this joke would have been a lot funnier if you knew about it.
Yeah, I like that the chat's quote. It's just not yet. Yeah, dude, this is one of my all-time favorite movies. If I had a top 10 movies, there's a solid chance this would be in them. Like, I fucking adore the noches.
Who did this? Oh, Robert. This is Rodriguez, right?
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, dude. And it's weird, dude, because Tarantino's in the movie. Like, it's so cool that Rodriguez and Tarantino have like the stylings like overlap with each other, because you could like this could be a Tarantino movie with a little bit more dialogue and a little bit more exposition, but it's uniquely Rodriguez. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and then Tarantino has scenes in his movie. It's very, very much Rodriguez inspired. So I love it. But yeah, I'll go with you, all-timer. Yeah. Let's hold hands and go up to the Temple Mount. I
need it. Get it in there. Yeah, Steve Buscemi's in this movie. Fucking Danny Trejo's in this movie. I would put this movie, for me and my personal taste, up against any movie on this entire list, dude. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I fucking adore it. I can watch it any fucking day of the week. I love it so much. I would love to do a commentary for it sometime. That would be so fun.
I thought we've done one.
I don't think we have, my friend. I do not believe you have. I'm looking for a man named Butcher. Best movie joke of all time too.
He's just like looking for a man.
Or that one's, it's like your beer tastes like piss. It's like, yeah, that's because we piss in it.
So like, what's in the guitar case? Guitar.
Oh, dude, and Selma Hayek. Are you kidding me? It's got it all, dude. It's got everything you want in a fucking movie.
It's no wonder, like, after Dusk Till Dawn, he wanted to use her again.
Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ Almighty.
Oh, that was before. Desperado was before that. Never mind.
How about another Eli Roth film, Knock Knock, starring Keanu Reeves, Eli Roth's wife, Lorenza Izzo, and Ana de Armas?
Listen, it's a sexy movie. There's no doubt about it. And I'm talking about Keanu. But I would put this pretty rad. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's a pretty cool movie. And like, you know what, the crazy, this could happen to someone. Like, this shit could literally happen to like anybody.
God willing.
Yeah. It's like, I pray every night in the confessional. But yeah, but really though, like on the surface, it's sexy, but what's going on? It's pretty scary, man. If you think about it, like it's fucking scary. Like,
yeah.
Like the fact that this could literally occur in the real world, like how a lot of people get freaked out by The Strangers. I mean, this is not off. People do this shit all the time. They use bait and switch tactics to get you. So yeah, it's pretty rad. It's not anything more than that, but it's pretty rad.
I agree with you. That's where I'd put it too. And I really love this movie. Like I enjoy it. Like I don't get people's hate for it. I really don't.
They don't like it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. It pisses a lot of people off. I saw a Sex About Steve in there. I love it, man.
Why?
Like, I think it's entertaining as shit. I think it's a crazy cool premise. I think Keanu Reeves is fun as shit in it. I actually like, even before the girls show up at the house, where he's sitting at home and I think he's an architect and he's doing his work and he's got that sign up on the wall that says like keep working or whatever, and just like his whole vibe and the way his basement's set up. And he's like, even when he cleans the house, I'm like, I could watch him clean the house. I like the cinematography in it. I thought there was a lot of funny jokes in there. I thought the girls were mean as shit, and that whole premise is fucking crazy. And it's got one of the best Keanu quotes of all fucking time, dude. When they've got him tied up and he was like, it's not my fault. He's like, you fucked me. He's like, it was free pizza.
Yeah, dude. That's what I mean. Like, that's why it's like, I don't know, like it's scary. Like people do that shit all the fucking time to people.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go and say this shit to somebody that it didn't happen, but who are they gonna believe, me or you?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
but it was just amped up.
You're probably telling the truth. Have you seen my fucking Google search history? Shit. If they raid my computer, I'm fucked.
Yeah, dude. I love this fucking movie so much. Knock Knock goes in pretty red, I believe. How about Quentin Tarantino's side of Grindhouse, Death Proof? Kurt Russell.
Well, listen, we had a brief discussion about that, and I think it's a pretty good movie, man. I don't like, again, I'm not gonna suck y'all's dick that love this movie, and I would, but I gotta be fair to myself. But I think it's pretty rad. I don't think it almost touches the sun. It's great, and again, I don't want to get confused because people just see that and they're like, pretty rad. That means it sucks. No, it doesn't. Pretty rad.
It's solid.
Like, pretty rad. Yeah, it's a solid fucking movie. And I'll watch it again. But while it's great and it's cool and it's very unique to see Kurt Russell playing a villain in the movie, it's not forgettable, but it's not something that I remember like all the time when I'm talking about Quentin Tarantino at all. Like I don't know, and he was also doing like an experimental thing here because Quentin Tarantino was talking about how he grew up and he loved to go to the drive-ins and all these movies that would be these double features. You know what I mean? So, and he shot it like that. It was very much like that. So. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's sexy. It's hot. It's got some cool, stuff in it. But at the end of the day, it's pretty rad. Like that's it.
Dude, that's where I put it too. Like I think what they did with these movies is really cool. But it's a good movie, man. It's a solid movie. It's great filmmaking. It's not exactly what I'd want to see when I go see a Quentin Tarantino movie, and it was is a little too silly. Like, I mean, and that's
there were parts of it that were,
yeah. So I'm not pooping on that, but sometimes the silliness would just kind of take me out of it, and it's exactly what they were going for. So I can't poo-poo it. But for my personal taste, pretty rad is pretty solid for Death Proof. For show, but you could tell they were having so much fun making that movie.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, I also personally would stick.
I'm taking my ass.
I got the choice, the chance to. But where I don't think I. Oh no, there it is. I also would put this next one, Robert Rodriguez's side of that, Planet Terror. I would put it exactly in pretty rad as well. I think it's the same exact issue. It's fun, but it's kind of too silly.
Yeah, and it was a good movie. I remember watching it, enjoying what I watched, and then being like, "All right, time to move on to Pornhub."
Yeah, it's kind of like you watch it, you
to another
want to
movie.
leave the world a little bit. Like by the time it's over, you're like, "All right, I'm kind of done with this." Like it was fun, but I'm kind of,
But to be fair, like for Rodriguez and Tarantino, they did a great job of giving cinema goers exactly what they wanted. When you go to a movie just to escape, like you just turn your fucking brain off, and it really is not saying anything. It's a fucking movie. It's like a grindhouse film. It's crazy over the top violence, very watered down story, and just like look at all this like crazy shit going on in front of you. That's it.
Yeah, it's one of those movies like you can feel around every corner they're going to try to surprise you and do something cool. It's you know what I mean? Like
I imagine it's like what snorting cocaine is like for the first time.
Yeah, it's a little too heavy-handed in that.
Yeah, it was good. I'm not going to do that again, but that was fun.
Yeah, but all that saying, entertaining as fuck, fun action, good old school fun times. But yeah, they both.
I got to be honest, man. We got a lot of movies on the list so far, and we have not got one in the butt of Steve, and that's
These are
crazy.
great directors, dude. These
Yeah,
are great
man.
fucking
And Steve's butt is lonely, and I can smell it from here. It's waiting to get plugged, and no one's plugged it yet.
I think we have another all-timer on our hands with Dusk Till Dawn by Robert Rodriguez.
No, I don't. There's no need to talk inside this temple when you talk about Dusk Till Dawn. It's already done.
Hard drinkers drink hard. Macaron and chisel.
Okay, here is the piece I could not give you in life. Fuck. Yeah,
when Tom
dude.
Savini has a cock gun, it goes in all-timer.
Sex machine.
This was actually like, it's weird because the second half of this movie kind of turns into the silliness of Death Proof and Planet Terror for sure. But the first half of this movie, and I still enjoy the second half of this movie, but like the first half of this movie is where it's at for me, dude. The coolest George Clooney is, was, or ever will fucking be
100%.
Was Seth Gecko. That character was so fucking awesome. And that whole...
how many people try to copy that tribal tattoo or his Caesar haircut, and you can't pull it off? You just can't pull it off.
George Clooney can't even pull it off now. Dude,
no, like in this movie though, that Caesar haircut looking good as shit.
It did. That opening, man, from the get-go when they go into that little shop, that was just the coolest part of the whole fucking movie, in my opinion. And then how weird Quentin Tarantino, one is like, if you want me to do that for you, I will. She's like, what are you talking? Juliette Lewis was great in this too. She's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you know, the thing you asked me to do. I'll do that for you if you really want me to.
There's always there's an underlying scene in that movie that maybe nobody talks about. But the Gecko brothers, like Seth actually did give a shit about his brother. Like he actually was like, oh yeah, what? There's one scene in particular that always stands out in my mind, and I have a brother too, so it's kind of like the same thing. It's like, you know, you always defend your brother and you'll go to bat for him no matter what he does, and you always make excuses and shit. But there's one scene when he like rapes and kills that hostage, and you only get the flashes, which is brilliant fucking filmmaking. It's awesome because the way you don't dark, they don't want to show you, but you know enough. And when he was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah,
like, it was just like that quiet, like the realization of, I know this is my brother, but what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this isn't normal. There's something really, and then like grabs him and shit.
Yeah,
dude, there's moments in that are like really like cool to see, and then obviously the comedy is great. He was like, "Well, fucking shit, Seth. This is like my only pair." Remember when she broke his glass? He was like, "Shit, broke my glass."
Dude, that's so funny. Like, that's so fucking funny that you bring up that specific thing, because I was actually like working on writing something literally just about the not friendship but brotherdom between those two, because I think that's why the fucking movie works, dude. Like those opening scenes where like Seth Gecko could kick the shit out of him, but he's actually scary because like how fucking off he is in the head. And even starts in the beginning, he's like whispering in his ear. He's like, no, he fucking definitely emotioned. That's the best part of the movie, I think. Everything you just said.
You know what? It's weird if you watch that movie back. Like, yes, Seth Gecko is a bad guy, but I feel like he's more. And I mean, my opinion anyway. He's an anti-hero at best. At worst, he's just a bank robber. But his brother is literally a fucking evil dude. He's evil. Like, and then I think that's Seth trying to deal with that idea. And then ultimately his brother becomes what he always was, is a fucking bloodsucker. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading way more into it because I've seen it so many times, but dude, it's a great fucking movie. It's funny as shit. It's got a lot of deep moments in it. And it's got like, the action is insanely good. And Selma Hayek, fucking the hottest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. The snake around her, one of the hottest shits I've ever seen in my life.
Holy shit. With me though? Like, the first half of the movie is better than the second half of this movie by far, in my opinion.
No, because I enjoyed when they became vampires.
Well, I didn't, slut.
I enjoyed that. Well, and also the preacher man finding his faith again.
Yeah, Harvey Keitel. Dude, I wish to God I would give anything if they would just come back and do a sequel to this, a requel, and just have it be about Seth Gecko today and like him living his life in Mexico.
Because remember he went to Mexico at the end with all the money. And then you don't know what happened to him after he split up with Juliette Lewis. No, Juliette Lewis went her own way. He gave her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But he went to Mexico.
Yeah, I love it. So good, dude. Yeah, all timer, no doubt. No,
they made a TV show on it, and I don't think it did very well.
Dude, there's like, I mean, just on this list right here alone, there are 3 movies between Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Desperado, and From Dusk Till Dawn that I would genuinely consider putting in my top 10 of all time. That's crazy to think about.
The most all-timers we've ever had.
It may be, dude. These are some great fucking.
I don't think we've ever had a list where there's nothing that's been sticking out of Steve's asshole.
I want to watch them all right now. Right this fucking second.
Dude, this is a great list. This is a great manager's list at Blockbuster when you walk. Like, oh, I'll check that out. Yeah, good stuff.
Jay, I hope. Now All right. I'm not gonna shit.
You're not gonna shit? That's gonna
I am
hurt.
gonna shit. Don't tell me what not to do.
Oh.
Eli Roth time now. Eli Roth, in my opinion, his best movie. We got Cabin Fever. I fucking adore this movie so much. I could put it in all timer, but I will say Touches the Sun.
Yeah, well, that's where I was gonna put it.
You sex dog. What?
I do. Yeah, I like dogs and I like sex, but I don't like them together. I don't like them together. I'm not into BDSM or weird erotica. But no, I will put it in Touches the Sun. Yeah, it was definitely a different kind of film because especially if you think about it, when it came out, what was it in the mid '90s? You didn't have movies like this anymore. Like it was kind of, and I know at the time it was tame, and people were like, well, dude, but it was graphic at the time when it came out. I remember it being like that part where that bitch saves her fucking legs and a piece of skin comes off. I still don't like it. You know, like dude, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you can take a scene from a movie and that sticks with you, that's when you know you got a banger on your fucking hands. And I think it was a banger of a fucking movie. I you know what? It even made who was it? Was it Nick Stahl?
No, it was the kid from Boy Meets World.
Yeah, fucking Sean, whatever. I don't remember his name. Yeah, he actually was not like, and you know, I would have thought immediately like, oh, it's gonna suck because you know how sometimes transitions from like the TV show, like especially Boy Meets World, into like a horror film where it's gonna be like cringy. It was really good. The story is great, the idea is great, and there's something else behind it. And Quentin Tarantino had talked about this before, and he's right about The Thing with John Carpenter, how paranoia becomes its own character in the movie. I feel like it doesn't do as good of a job as The Thing with John Carpenter, but it comes close to it because the paranoia and the idea of like, what would you do in that situation where this infectious shit is going around? What would you do? You know,
dude,
and it puts
I find it's one of my like favorite horror movies ever. Like I really do love going back and watching this, man. Like and Deputy Winston, the cop, is like party, man.
I have to go back and watch it again. It's been a while.
Nah, dude. She comes out. She's like, "Hey, is everything okay?" He's like, "Ma'am, just go back inside, have a 40." He's like, "Just party, man. That's all you gotta do is party." It's so fucking weird, and it does go off the rails like so many of these. That's what I love about all these directors. They have ball sacks the size of fucking Montana. They will just take a simple movie and just go, we're gonna go off the fucking rails. You don't know what to expect. The comedy in this is really funny. When the one dude's like, they did do that joke with the old guy. They're like, "Hey, what's that gun for?" He's like, "Oh, that's for the," and then at the end of the movie, it turns on its head. That was a great joke. I love fucking.
It's a great Halloween movie. Great Halloween movie.
Oh, absolutely. But when he's like, son, you want to tell me why you're gonna risk going to jail for a Snickers bar? He's like, for the nougat. That was a fucking great line. And then also Eli Roth, his character in there has this is my friend Dr. Mambo. Like, I love everything about this movie, dude. I can watch it.
I agree. It's a great fucking movie, dude.
Fucking great. Almost Touches the Sun, you go, slut. And by the way, get it. Sucker. Give me a second, guys, because I would like to ask everyone here to do me a fucking favor real quick while we're having a good time and we're talking about movies and we're partying. We're just partying together. They know you've got that meat dangling between your legs. I'm going to ask you guys.
It sounds so nasty, dude. You sound like a fucking out-of-work waiter that's like trying to like.
It's a quote from the movie, Jay. By the way, that guy reminds me of Tom DeLonge.
Oh, yeah, he kind of does.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the fucking right link to this. I think
Terror
this is
in the
one.
sack.
Can everyone in here, like, we've been trying to build this up so that everybody can get, like, if you don't get notifications sometimes on this channel, I'm going to go to full screen here for just a second so that we can talk to you and really speak to the sensibilities.
I was so zoned out with our list.
Clitorises. Can everyone in here, there are 313 people in here.
Whoa.
If you have not liked or followed our official Facebook page where we post all the content we do, okay? Please go to this link right here that I'm going to put in the chat. I'm putting it in the chat right now to our Facebook page. Tell me if this does not work. I hope it works. It's a weird link. I don't know if I got the right one. Will you all please just take 1 second, click on that, and go just like and follow the page for us? Please? I'll suck your dicks.
And also, like, subscribe if you haven't done that, or like the video. Important. That's actually really, and maybe also make sure that you have the bell icon clicked so you can get notifications.
Just do the holy shit package for us real quick. No, we really would appreciate that because like so many people miss the notifications. But before we do a video, I always put whatever we're doing into that Facebook page. So it works to
Facebook. It's no wonder no one gets mine. I put it on MySpace.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. It gets us every fucking time. Okay, back into the list. While you guys do that, I want to watch those numbers go up, you fucking sluts, please. I need it. Okay, where's this?
I left Facebook like 100,000 years ago, so I forgot we even had one.
Yeah, gotta keep. You're not a social media guy, and I respect it. But that's sometimes we bring new people in from those things, and we gotta have your all's help doing that. So okay, Almost Touches the Sun. You go, Cabin Fever, and next up, another Rodriguez film, Sin City, A Dame to Kill.
Well, you know what? Now I think that Steve's asshole is going to get filled up. I think this movie fucking blows ass, dude. I think it's a terrible, terrible fucking movie. I never liked it. I feel like it was like, again, it's one of those things. I feel like personally, it's an unnecessary sequel, 1000%. But in this regard, it's just awful. I remember watching this movie, and everything that I loved about Sin City, they dunked it on its head, and they said, "Taste this soury dick." And that's what I did. I sucked a dick for like the hour and 50 minutes. Yeah, the hour and 50-minute movie is essentially just a dick that's being rammed into your mouth. That's not good. I don't like this movie at all, dude. I think it fucking blows. It's terrible.
I don't remember it at all. But I do remember not hating it. Like, I remember not having a bad time with it. You would. I'll throw it. You would. You will. I'll put it to a vote because I don't remember it being that bad. I really don't.
I hated that movie. Again, it's just one of those movies that, like, you know, like when you watch something, you're like, why did you make? If you're not gonna do it right, just don't fucking do it. Like, that's how I always felt.
As far as Alita goes, you guys in the chat, as well as the last poll, holy fuck! Oh, we got a tie. We got a tie here, boys. We need to break this one apart. All timer 20%, Almost Touches the Sun 27%, and Pretty Rad 27%.
So it's only
right now.
It's Pretty Rad and Touches the Sun.
And Fuckable is at 26%. So honestly, we need one more vote on either Almost Touches the Sun, Pretty Rad, or on Fuckable to really do this. Oh, and Pretty Rad wins. It goes in Pretty Rad. Someone just voted.
I'm still gonna watch it. I mean, I heard it's like really good. Like, I mean, it being at Almost Touches the Sun makes me feel like all the people that were praising it are onto something, because I heard a lot of good things about this movie.
I cannot believe that there was that many votes for all timer for this.
Yeah, that makes dude, me think I need to watch people it love this fucking movie, dude.
She looks like a girl I used to try to date in middle school, like all the time. Her name was Lindsay Ingram, and I used to get in fist fights with guys over and shit. It's 1,000 years ago. We're fucking like 72.
True. I'm not.
But I said Chris Moore earlier.
Oh yeah, so you did say that too. I can't wait for him to fucking message us.
I will put in the poll now. What movie were we talking about? Oh yeah, a Sin City. 2.
I think we should warm Steve's butt, but that's just my opinion.
Jay says Steve's butt. I will put 3 options in there for you guys. I just don't remember enough. I just remember not hating it. That's my B.
Then you shouldn't have an opinion.
Shut up, Jay. I just know it doesn't belong in Steve's butthole. That's all I'm saying.
You're my child. Shut up.
I'm not a child. You're my child.
I'm going to rejoin the forces. No, you're not. I'm not a child. You're my child. You know what's funny? Like, I've seen some other like streamers that are like doing this whole thing of like, "Give me back my son." That's a great line from Mel Gibson. But Mike and I quoted that shit for years, dude, from The Patriot. You're my child. I think that's a lot more like heavy, in my opinion. I know, like, obviously, like, "Give me back my son" is like crazy, but it's crazy cool. But the "Give me back my child" shit was funny and devastating at the same time.
Are people?
I mean, "You're my child" was funny and devastating.
Are they ripping off the fucking "Give me back my son" shit? Because you're not making that joke for 20 goddamn years.
No, there's a few streamers that are like, that'll say it as a joke, and people are like, "Oh, say, give me back my son," and like, because everyone quotes that. But I'm like, I think that the idea, like, "You're my child" is a lot more heavy, and it's funny at the same time. Like, it's the combo.
Yeah, those are both fucking great quotes. Eli Roth, once again, Death Wish, the remake.
Okay, well, I'm going to be in your situation. I don't remember this movie. I remember liking it, but I don't remember how much I liked it. I think I liked it decent enough.
It's the definition of a fuckable movie, my good man. It was fine. We saw it in the theater, I remember, and like everybody at first was like, "You don't remake Death Wish," and we watched it, and it was like, I think it was literally the definition of that was pretty cool, man. It's nice to kind of see like an old school action movie in the theater. Didn't blow my socks off. It was Bruce Willis was better than he'd been in a while in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the carjack kill.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, fuckable for me, definitely. We'll stick it right in there.
Okay.
Right next to El Mariachi. Even the fuckable dude, it's not bad movies at all. Like Green Inferno, Hostel 2, maybe Hypnotic could touch Steve's butt a little bit. El Mariachi, Death Wish.
Yeah, I never saw them.
Oh my.
All right, well, I'm gonna go pee because I see two of them that are coming up that I've not seen.
Yeah, I'll grab some that you haven't seen while you go.
You got 3 of them for sure.
Yeah, I got a few. I got a few in my nuts.
Right, I'll be right back.
See you in a moment. While Jay is gone, Jay has not seen Kill Bill Volume 1. I won't put it up to a poll, but I would like for the chat to give me in your chat. Give me your nuts, guys. Give me your opinion on this one. Like, where would you stick this one? For me, I'm thinking either Pretty Rad or Almost Touches the Sun. I'm thinking Almost Touches the Sun mostly because even though like it just seems like, I'll just be honest, like Uma Thurman as like a karate legend kind of like, I was like, this is kind of, it seems a little silly, a little dumb. And then I watched it and I was just encapsulated by it. Like I thought it was fucking fun. Thought it was entertaining as shit. Again, I would rather when I watch it, Quentin Tarantino do some, like, it's not the project I would pick for him, you know, like there's so much more interesting things to put his talents to, in my opinion. But fuck, the movie was still badass. He doesn't have a bad goddamn movie. He doesn't even have a movie I would call fuckable. Like everything for Quentin Tarantino is above that for me. As far as what you guys say, it's looking like Almost Touched the Sun, rad, all-timer, pretty rad, all-timer. Are you joking? Up your ass. I mean, all-timer, Almost Touches the Sun, pretty rad, all-timer. What? All-timer, wiggle your toe. I just did. You're welcome. I also moved my dick an inch to the left. All-timer, all-timer. So, okay. All right. All fucking right. What about how do you guys feel about Kill Bill 2? They run together for me. They really do. I'm not gonna lie. It has been a year or so. They run together for me. So how do you guys feel about Kill Bill 2? Where would you guys put that one? Because it's pretty solid that you guys think 1 is an all-timer. Tell me, sluts. Tell me all your thoughts on God, because I'd really like to meet him. Dishwalla. All-timer. Volume 2, all-timer, rad, not as good as 1, all-timer, still sucked, says Casey. Not a fan of either. You can't have 1 without 2, so right up there with all-timer. Jesus Lord. I respect your all's respect and love for these movies. Personally, and I do have my hand on the dick, the gear shift. They're both Almost Touches the Sun for me. They are, but I that's no disrespect. I can't put them in the top tippity top, even though that seems like that's where you guys would stick it for the most part. They are both Almost Touches the Sun for me, although I do have them confused and they do run together a little bit for me. That's where I stick them personally. Great fucking movies, action packed, way better than they had any right to be. Honest to God, they really are. I love them both. Jay has not seen this, I don't believe. Road Racers, starring my boyfriend, David Arquette, Selma Hayek. I watched this like 5 years ago. It's Robert Rodriguez, one of his earliest movies, Road Racers. Fucking, I had a good time with it. I had laughed. I had fun. It was like Robert Rodriguez's fucking, it was pretty greasy and like West Side Story-ish and all that shit. People are so mad at me right now.
David Arquette looks like they told him that there's a two drink limit. He's like, what do you mean I gotta buy food if I'm gonna continue to drink? That's just the way it is, honey.
Did you ever see this one?
No.
Dude, it's definitely
it looks like a cover of like a fucking Drakkar Noir like cologne ad.
It's totally, I'm not gonna lie, it's totally worth watching. It's kind of Warriors feel to it. It's kind of like Warriors West Side Story meets like fucking, it's not a musical or anything, but it goes hard on like the 50s fucking greaser thing and all that. It was entertaining as fuck. Fuckable is where I put it though for me.
Why were people mad at you?
Because I asked everybody their thoughts on the Kill Bill movies, and like 90% of people said all timer, but I still put them in Almost Touches the Sun.
Ooh, yeah,
I love them. I do. They're great. I just can't put them in all timer.
First Jada Pinkett Smith, and now Uma Thurman. Mike clearly hates women and women that are bald.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm fucking sorry, man. Okay, Jay, you know this one, you fucking whore from Texas. Reservoir Dogs.
All timer. Don't want to talk about it.
That's where it goes.
All timer.
All timer.
Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. Don't need to talk about it. Don't want to discuss it in therapy later. Fucking wife that made me go. I don't need it.
Don't want to drink about it. Call me Mr. Stink. I mean, Mr. Pink. All
Ball
timer.
with the Ball is that movie. If there was ever a movie that like just screams ball with the ball, it's that one. Holy shit. Yeah. And by the way, when I was talking about the paranoia, that's interesting as fuck because Quentin Tarantino, like I think it was like 2 years ago, he was on the Stephen Colbert show and he was discussing The Thing. And that's one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite films of all time because of the paranoia that was able to penetrate. He was like, it breaks the fourth wall. Like it goes into the audience because then they're like, what the fuck? And he's like, and that's exactly what Reservoir Dogs, I tried to do with that too. The paranoia of it. So yeah, dude, it's fucking goddamn. Ooh.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I'm gonna watch that again soon. Someone just sent us a 4K for that. By the way, we have an unboxing coming up on the channel very soon. Jay and I did. It's fucking long, tons of shit in that. Look forward to that. But I'm only gonna release it on the Facebook page. That's the only place it's gonna go. It's the only place you can watch it at, which is why.
You son of a bitch.
I'm kidding. I'm not. But I'm just trying to get people to like Facebook page again. Okay, I'm gonna go pee. Mm-hmm. Look at this list, dude. Not a single sucks my butt, Steve.
That's
a nice little
Tetris fucking block. List. It's incredible.
Oh my god, does it feel good? Someone called
minus the ones I haven't seen, but it's incredible.
What was the last super chat that you read? Can you remember? Because I do think we've gotten a couple. Sans.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember at all, Steven.
Was it Beep Bop Boop who said no, that was when we were talking about that. So there's still that one.
I don't know. I mean, look,
why is my dog?
Let me cook. Let me cook. I'm trying to find it. Let me cook. No, it's not. It's not Beep Bop Boop.
I can tell by the timestamp. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You have it.
It is, I believe. Oh
you
no,
can fly.
that one. I'm scooting and I'm scooting and I'm pooping. Thank you very much, by the way, Robin Barker. Appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got that one. I got JK at 9:04. I think we're at Mr. Clumps at 9:11.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back.
All right. Let's get into this, Mr. Clumps. And no, we're not going to talk about what you left in your underwear at that gas station because that's where your name comes from. I'm kidding. Michael Berryman from Hills Have Eyes, 1973, used to come into my mom's job in Little Rock, California. He would slap the back of our car truck and scare us. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Mr. Clumps. He was Michael Berryman from Hills Have Eyes, 1973. That's a good story right there. And it would be terrifying as fuck, but thank you for sharing it. Thank you, Mr. Clumps. Beep Bop Boop says Fury versus Usyk. Who wins the Rowdy in Saudi, February 17th? Well, dude, I'm gonna put my money on Fury. I love Fury, so I'm going to put my money on Fury. I know that Usyk is great, and he's definitely a contender. And I mean, he can give Fury some fucking problems, no doubts about it. And if Fury doesn't take it seriously, he will be wiped out. But I think that Tyson Fury is a force of nature. I think that Tyson Fury will he will overcome this adversity and continue to reign. But that's what I pick. I pick Fury, in my opinion. Tyson Fury. When I was like Tyson Fury, I always thought like Tyson Chicken. It's just like chicken nuggets. Kyle says, thank you, man. Says, what superpower would you want? Pick only one. Sleuths. Fuck you, Kyle. Why you gotta do like that? Man, one power. Man. I've thought about this too. Like as sad as it is, I've literally been watching videos or like YouTube videos where they're like, what superpower would I have? Or like if I got 3 wishes, what wishes would they be? Probably immortality. I want to live forever. I want just because I want to see like what happens down the road. I don't know, like, and like all the achievements and that we can as humans make. I know it's corny as fuck, but I really would. I want to see what happens. I don't want to be limited to, you know, like at best, I think what the average is like 75 years. I don't want that. I want to like do the Highlander shit. I want to see like centuries roll by. Anyway, thank you, Kyle. Beep Bop Boop also says, wish I got to drink beer off Selma Hayek's feet. It would have been very toe jammy, I'm sure, with a light touch of blood, but it might have been enjoyable if you're into that kind of thing. It's a very hot scene. And I'm sure that Quentin Tarantino fought tooth and nail to make sure that Rodriguez included it so that he could suck on Selma Hayek's toe. Because, I mean, believe it or not, Tarantino's definitely got a foot fetish. I don't give a fuck what he says or if he's ever, like, denied that, but 100% that dude likes some toe action. And that's fine. She has some sexy feet attached to a sexy leg. And then she poured it off her leg perfectly into his mouth. It was a wonderful scene. Very Academy Award-winning cinematography. But, yes, a lot of people would agree with you. Beep, bop, boop. Continuing the journey down. Jacob. Sup, y'all? Hey, you doing, man? My favorite Tarantino movie is Kill Bill Volume 1. Love me some samurai martial arts films. Roth will be Hostel, and Rodriguez will be Spy Kids. JK, I love Bachete, but I love y'all even more. Take care, dudes. Thank you, Jacob. I forgot that Rodriguez did Spy Kids. I haven't personally seen the Kill Bill series, Volume 1 or 2 or 3 if they ever make it. But I'm going to definitely, because everybody keeps on like yelling at me and with their caps locks apparently super glued down, so they're screaming at me to go fucking watch it, you piece of shit. So I'm gonna go watch that. Mike's seen it and he likes it, so I gotta watch that and Jackie Brown. And I think that a lot of people is like Jackie Brown is like extremely underrated as one of Tarantino's better movies, but Hostel's good, no doubt. So but anyway, thank you, Jacob. Thank you for stopping by. Love seeing you. Love seeing your pretty face. And I think are we caught up? Fuck yeah, we are. We're live again. Ryan Tuvel says, hey, Jay, what is your favorite movie this year? I don't remember. No, there was a movie that was on the tip of me tongue action, and I can't remember what the fuck it was. Can't remember, Ryan, but fuck, dude, what? It's right there. It's right there. You guys, I'm getting old as fuck, guys. Like, you know, like when that happens, like you're like, you know, like you walk into a room and you forget what the fuck you came in there. It could be like early signs of dementia. We hope not, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like that now. Shit, I don't know, but I've seen some good ones. Frankenstein Studio, thank you so much, sir. Says, theoretically, let's say I've seen From Dusk Till Dawn, Reservoir Dogs, Cabin Fever, Jackie Brown, or Faculty. What should I watch tonight, and why is it From Dusk Till Dawn? And should I fuck with the sequels? My bro, like, I like the attitude and the intensity and the energy that you're coming into this with, because you're like one of those teachers that are like, okay, you've just written a report. Very interesting, 100%. And you've done your research. But now stand up here in front of the class and try not to stutter all over the fucking place, stuttering Mary, and tell us why we should be interested in your topic. And I love this attitude. Well, I would say, out of what you've just given us to fuck with, Dusk Till Dawn, in my opinion, absolutely. And what I will tell you is that it is a wonderfully shot film. It's got some great character development in it. It's got some amazing actors that portray their parts very well. It's a unique vampire story that up to that point had never really been done before. Now, some would argue John Carpenter's Vampires, but they came out around the same time. So just give me a break here. And it's got a mixture of everything. It's a melting pot of different genres, if you will. There's horror in it, there's comedy in it, there's action, 100% in it. There's drama in it. No sci-fi, but other than that, so they got 4 out of the 5 in my opinion. But yeah, it's a great. Just kick back, relax, have yourself a beer, maybe a little taco or two, and watch that fucking movie and be intrigued and absolutely infatuated with the badassery of Seth Gecko. Because I mean, for me, he's like he doesn't. He doesn't steal the show, but he's like one of the main things that for when I watch that movie, Seth Gecko is like he's not. He's like the Punisher that I always wished I'd had, because before that it was just Dolph Lundgren in the '89 Punisher. So you know what I mean? Like I know it doesn't make sense what I'm saying, but he's like this anti-hero. Like and he's not the Punisher, but he's kind of like what the Punisher's attitude should be or something. You know what I mean? But that's why I think you should watch Frankenstein Studios' Dusk Till Dawn out of the list that you gave us. The sequels, don't fuck with them; they suck. The second one, even though it's got T-1000, what the fuck? How can I not remember his name? What the shit's his name? Robert Patrick. It sucks asshole. The third one's bad. Just don't fuck with the sequels. Just watch the first one. Anyway, but that's how we think.
How about Kentucky, by the way? Beat the shit out of Miami, number 8 in basketball.
I know. I can't believe it. Yeah, I know. Cody texted me or texted us and said that.
It's crazy, dude. Good for them.
When you're giving your kids in Miami all the cocaine they can take, they're probably not going to perform that well on the court.
Did you ever see Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
I didn't like it.
Didn't like it? I mean,
at best I put it at fuckable. And I remember renting this movie, and there was something about it. It felt cheap. Like it didn't have the flair that Desperado had. And I don't even know, did Rodriguez direct this?
Yes, he did.
It didn't feel like he did. I mean, I know that he said that it was all part of the same story. I don't know. This was the prequel, right? Like, I think this was the prequel to the first one.
I literally do not remember, man. It's been so long.
I remember watching it. I don't think it sucked my butt, Steve, but I remember watching it and be like, it didn't have the flair or the cool factor that Desperado had in it at all. Like, I feel like it was fuckable. Like when I watched it, it was like, I bought this fucking movie. That's what happened. I bought it first because it was a sequel to Desperado, so I was like, it's got to be good.
Yeah,
and then I
definitely didn't live up to Desperado.
No,
I know that.
Yeah, it was like the first time that I slid my cock into my ex-wife and was like, "Hey, you've definitely been with other men before," but I was tell myself that she hadn't.
My car's been parked in this garage.
I was living in a fantasy world. Like, oh, she's only dedicated to me, and no, says I. Her vagina says.
So we going fuckable.
Yeah, that's where I put it.
That's fair. It's weird because like it's a sequel to Desperado, man. It feels like nobody remembers this movie. It's crazy.
I didn't like it. I mean, some people might have a soft spot for it, but I just don't like it.
I'm gonna rewatch it again soon. Robert Rodriguez is Machete.
I remember not hating it and not really remembering a lot of it at the same time. So I will be fine with. I'd be fine with fuckable, but I know that a lot of people love this movie.
I actually, honest to God, I just watched it like a week ago, and I really fucking enjoyed it, man. I think it could be fuckable. I would personally put it in pretty rad because it's such a fun fucking story. Robert De Niro in a Robert Rodriguez film as the fucking bad guy. Steven Seagal as like the fucking muscle.
No, yeah, it was great. Yeah, I can't believe that he actually said I'll lose.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, I think I would go pretty rad. I could put it to a vote if you want.
No, I don't remember that much of it. I watched it once and then I was like, yeah, and it's fine. Pretty Rad's fine.
Yeah, I think it's right up there with Planet Terror and Death Proof. I don't think it's as good as Death Proof, but I think it's got so much that old school action vibe to it, but it's silly in the same way. So yeah, I think Pretty Rad is a nice.
And I do appreciate that they made they gave Danny Trejo like a starring role in it as well.
Yeah, that was really cool. And he was like a James Bond type. He was sleeping with Lindsay Lohan and her mom at the same time.
Well, Danny Trejo, like, he seems like such a nice dude. I'm glad he got and he's always been perfectly happy being a background character. I'm glad he got like some fistful of dollars action in the front in the limelight.
Yeah, I was happy for him too. This next one, personally, if it were up to me, I'd have to put it to a vote because I've never seen this, and I'm embarrassed to say it, but I've never seen Machete Kills.
I haven't either.
Okay, so we'll put this one to a vote for you guys to help us out.
Are you sure, dude? Because Mel Gibson's in this. Are you sure? Because I think we might have seen this.
No, I've never
Mel
seen
Gibson's
this,
in it.
I have never seen it in my life.
Damn, that girl's got some nice fucking legs. Who's that blonde chick in the front cover?
I do not.
I know that it's probably like
it's Amber Heard, Jay. It's Amber Heard's your favorite.
That's
Amber Heard.
She will shit on your bed and let you fuck her.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah, I didn't know she was in that. So you said that.
Listen, Amber Heard's a psycho for sure, but you can't say that she's not hot. All right,
no,
fuck you if you say as Mira, and I don't want to see her as Mira in Aquaman 2, but as Mira when she's wet on wet, and she's wearing that bodysuit and her boobs all pushed up. She's hot as fuck, dude. Amber Heard is hot as fuck. In
the case of Sin City 2,
Amber Heard,
the crowd says, sucks my butt, Steve. 40%. Fuckable said 38%. But Jay, they agree with you. Sin City 2 goes and sucks my butt.
That movie, dude. That movie sucked ass.
That's wild to me. I do not remember
that movie. Shit the bed more than Amber Heard. That's for sure.
I don't remember that, man. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one into the poll. While I'm doing that, Jay, give me your opinions on and thoughts on God. I'm
on my way to meet her.
Oh, Inglorious Bastards.
All timer. Don't want to talk about it. It is. Whose idea was it to fight out of a fucking basement? All timer. Get the bear Jew. All timer. I don't want to talk about it and discuss it anymore. It had horror. It had comedy. It had action. It had intrigue. It was a fucking beautiful goddamn movie. And let's not forget that Brad Pitt is sexy no matter what age or mustachio that he wears. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. I agree with you completely and wholly. I watched this on an airplane and just it made the flight fucking roll by, dude. I love this movie so fucking much. It's so easy to watch. All great acting. Eli Roth was an actor in this movie, which is wild.
I know, it's
he was
great.
So good at it. But yeah, dude, I think my
favorite
scene, my favorite scene is still like when he was trying to do that Italian accent. He's like, Brad Pitt is like, buongiorno. Well, listen, he just kept saying buongiorno over and over again.
There's a lot of movies like Brad Pitt is obviously like an amazing actor, and there's a few movies that let him like showcase that ability, and he's so good in this. You can't like it's hard to distinguish him from like other roles that he's like Seven and shit like that, where he's like a normal like good looking detective that's down on his luck, and that could be just it for him. Like he's a good looking guy and he can play those roles forever, but dude, he is such a great like immersive actor. Like he can literally do no wrong in my opinion. I think he's maybe one of the best actors I've ever seen in my life. I'm not kidding. Like it would be him, Johnny Depp, and Nick Cage. I swear to God, and Tom Cruise.
You could almost say Brad Pitt's fucking underrated, dude, because he does. Yes, he has the star power of any other star, but he's also like so good. He's like legit a good fucking actor.
Right? Yeah, he really is. The versatility on him is amazing. And also, you gotta say Christoph Waltz, because Christoph Waltz was fucking terrifying in this movie.
Yeah.
Literally scared the shit out of me, dude. The beginning of this movie, when he's like sitting there questioning the farmer, that is like some of the most intense
floorboards.
Yeah, dude. Like my balls to my cracked sweat. Like it was crazy because it was shot so fucking perfectly, where that atmosphere was just everything, and Walt's like being intimidating and just this villain in the way that he was incredible. And by the way, interesting side note to that, Quentin Tarantino had said that if Christoph Waltz had said no to this movie, the movie wouldn't have happened. He said it all was literally hanging on getting Christoph Waltz, because he said he needed someone that could speak obviously multiple languages, which Christoph Waltz can, but he needed Christoph Waltz because he knew how great of an actor he was. And again, dude, you cannot ask for a better villain than Christoph Waltz. Like the sick satisfaction that he gets from what he does, and the subtlety in which he delivers the lines, it's like, and everyone's gonna say Brad Pitt in this movie as the best part of that movie. I think it's Waltz. I think Waltz is fucking absolutely fucking scary, because you don't know what he's gonna fucking do. You don't know when he's gonna snap off. That's what's scary about him.
Dude, it's 100% hard to fucking argue with. He was so good in that, and especially like you said, that opening fucking scene. I hated him in this. How disappointing coming off of this movie was he as a Bond villain, though? Like, and he wasn't like the worst Bond villain, or anything. He was fine, but like, man,
he was underused.
Yeah, like when you see his bad guy in this, and then you see his bad guy in Bond, it's totally different. He did have that one great line, like "It's mid-gems, the author of all your pen." That was great, but yeah, fucking all timer. No,
I feel like I mean Waltz works really well with a director like Tarantino, who's willing to like showcase like some brutality or brutal shit that normal like some directors might not do, and also Tarantino is really good at writing dialogue. Yeah. Like that like a really good actor can chew on in a scene.
Dude, if there was a top 5 directors, if there was a top, I'd have to
argue.
Top 3 directors of all time, I think you'd have a real hard problem not putting. You'd have a big problem not putting Tarantino in the top 3 of all time.
Yeah, but I mean, there's that. Yeah,
Scorsese's definitely in there.
Scorsese. I mean, for me, Carpenter is up there.
I'd put Tarantino above Carpenter.
James Cameron's also done amazing.
I would put Tarantino above Cameron. I would
you
put
are
Tarantino
fucking
above,
crazy right now. Now you're just smoking crack pipes.
I'd put him above Fincher too. My favorite.
You are smoking crack pipes.
I would do it. You son of a bitch.
I will say that. Listen, Tarantino, as far as in our personal taste is based on our list anyway, he might be up there, like in the top 3, just on our personal list. Because I don't even think none of Carpenter's or Craven's movie has ever had this many in a row. All timers,
dude. That's a good tier list. We should do a director's tier list. That would be fun.
I thought we were doing it.
No, do head like no, not their movies, but like the directors. Like put the actual
directors. Like the verses.
No, like in the tier list, like rank the directors. Like
dude, that'll be a 2-parter, easy. 2-parter.
Or just do a top 10 directors of all time. That could be a really good video. I'm feeling saucy in my biscuits about it.
Yeah, like listen, a top 10 would be a lot better because you can't say like a top 3. That's fucking hard.
Jay, holy shit. I don't know what's wrong with us or why we're being so goddamn on point tonight, but we have fucking cleared all these goddamn movies that I had.
You know, that's called shut the fuck up and be efficient.
Like, holy shit, look at us.
That's cool. Like we finished this shit in 2 hours and 6 minutes. By the way, back in the olden days, it would have taken us at least 3.5 hours, and also a blowjob from your mom to finish this. So I'm glad that we can get on the board. Hey, you know what? Good job, buddy. Good job. That's what my mom. I never played sports with Mike and my brother did. So mom would sometimes go to the game, and she'd say, she'd
always say, "Good deal,
good deal." Yeah, good deal. When Mike or Cody would score a basket, she'd say, "Good deal."
Yeah.
And she yelled that shit too. Like, I'm going to bring all my 1940s power here. By the way, but on a side note, thank you guys for all sticking with us and having this great debate and conversation in the chat. We really appreciate all of you guys. Make sure that you go over to the Facebook and have a good old time liking that and subscribing or whatever the fuck you do to Facebook. I don't remember anymore. But also on Patreon, Mike and I just did a commentary for a movie I had never seen before. X, gonna give it to you, but no, X. Really good. Liked it a lot. Gross as fuck, but enjoyed. And afterwards, right after I was done watching that movie, guess what I did? I jacked off and rented Pearl.
Oh, did you watch it?
I haven't. No, I literally watched 5 minutes. I had to go to sleep because I was drunk. But I started playing it.
Yeah, you will enjoy it, dude. Pearl's good. She's a fucking.
But
dude,
then it made me something realize after I was done doing that. After I woke up, like fuck. Once you start watching it, you only have 48 hours, and then you got to rent it again.
Yeah, you got to get in that bitch.
Son of a hoe.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Jay's doing a solo commentary on there soon. Don't know what yet.
Maybe I should just do fucking Pearl.
Maybe. Hey, you should. You should.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that one.
I put a Black Christmas 2006 commentary on there today because I wanted to go back and watch that again.
Mike, 2 hours and 8 minutes, and you can't leave race out of it for one stream.
That movie's fucking wild, dude. Yeah, dude. There's a ton of shit on the commentary. Go check out the Patreon, you guys. And we did forget one. We didn't forget it, but we haven't put it in there yet. And it's funny because it's at a tie right now as far as Machete.
Dude, is this our best list ever? Like, is this the best list of all time?
Oh, hang on. The poll has now ended. In the case of, where'd it go? God damn it. Machete kills. Machete does not kill. Machete kills goes to Pretty Rad at a score of 30.
Wow, damn, it's that good? Is it better? It's better than Machete?
Right there with it apparently, because that's in Pretty Rad too. So they're next to each
Okay,
other.
I thought Machete was fuckable, but yeah, damn, I didn't know that. I have to go back. I have to go watch that.
I need
it's
to
right
watch
now.
it.
You passed it. Go back down. It's on the left, at the very bottom.
You
there
dirty slut.
Right there.
No, that's Machete.
Oh.
That's the first Machete.
Oh,
Machete Kills is there. Haha. It's like the Expendables looking poster shit.
Anyway, yeah, but dude, Amber Heard's hot as fucking. I don't care what.
It's not a lie. You're not lying.
You guys can say whatever you want. Yes, of course she's an abuser and she's disgusting for what she did to Johnny. But at the same time, is it worth the pain to have fucked that for a few years? I mean, I think so.
It's possible, Jim.
Because he won out in the end. Is it worth a turd on your pillow? Possibly.
Maybe. I fart on Jay's pillow when he's not looking all the time, and he doesn't get any sex out of that.
And guess what? I've never got pink eye. Knock on wood.
That's how you get pink eye. Look at that, dude. Look at this sexy block. That's so good.
I love it because, again, is this our best tier list ever? Because has there ever been another tier list that we've done where we've only had one movie in the sucks my butt category?
It may be. I'll tell you, it looks a hell of a lot better than the Blumhouse fucking tier list. I'll tell you that for sure.
I don't think we've ever had All-Timer up there like that. And no it's way. Tied with Touches the Sun. Like, that is incredible. Yeah.
That's crazy. And there's
let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Tarantino movies are in the All-Timers. 5.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So what we can really do is we could go back and compare Carpenter and Craven and how many All-Timers they had.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, Eli Roth is the only director that didn't get up there. 5 Tarantino films, 2 Rodriguez films with Desperado and Dusk Till Dawn. But that's not a shame because Eli Roth did get 2 films in Almost Touches the Sun. No Sucks My Butt Steve for him. He kind of filled out the fuckable a little bit.
I think the one that had the most balance on the entire, if I remember right, I think the one that had the most balance was Wes Craven. I think Wes Craven had a lot of, like, it was across the board. Like a lot of them was across the board. I think Carpenter had. I feel like Craven's made shittier movies than Carpenter, in my opinion. I think Craven's got more shitty movies than Carpenter by a long shot.
It's hard to say. We'd have to go back and look at that list. That was a good list too to do. I mean, we did do a tier list for that, right? If we didn't, we need to.
We did. No, we did. No, we did them for both.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, this is a sexy list. I just watched like a handful of these, and just doing this, I just want to go back and watch them all fucking again. Now, granted,
I'm gonna watch a lead up for sure.
Yeah, we didn't get every single film. Like Rodriguez has a lot of kids films, like Spy Kids and shit like that. They did obviously like. Didn't include those. These aren't every film by these directors, but they're the ones that old ass
comics are for kids, lady. I'm all mad. I don't watch Spy Kids.
Yeah, for us,
apparently Spy Kids is really good. I don't know. Everybody loves that movie.
I've watched a couple with the kids, dude, and they're not terrible. They're really not.
You know what I like, dude? A guilty pleasure of mine. I swear to God, dude, it's actually pretty good. Holes. I know what you're thinking, you sick bastards, but the one with Shia LaBeouf when he was like. That's a good movie. It's actually good, dude. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't.
A lot of gayness going on there.
JT said, "Will you guys review Aquaman 2 since it's the last DC movie?"
It's not the last DC. Well, technically, it's the last Zack Snyder DCEU because it's being rebooted. I'll watch it.
Direct it, but obviously,
it's part of his universe. I'll watch it. As far as reviewing it, though, I don't know. I mean.
If you watch it, put up a review on the Patreon because I'm not going to watch it. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, if you guys listen, if you guys want me to review it, I don't know how we vote on. give a 1 in chat if you want me to review Aquaman 2, and I'll review it.
If there's a lot over 1,000 on the Facebook, Jay will review Aquaman 2.
That's a lot. That's asking a lot, you motherfucker. Don't tie me up with your fucking social media garbage.
Hey, it's for both of us, you fucking piece of shit.
I gotta get back on Facebook. No, I'm not. I'm never getting back on there. There's too much bullshit.
It's by the way, Facebook. It's not my Facebook.
I know, but there's a November coming up, and we know what's gonna happen then. That's why I avoid Facebook like the fucking plague right now. In November, it's gonna be a goddamn minefield in there.
I don't do anything on Facebook except for our Facebook, but it's a nice place for people who don't get the notifications to go and get everything that we do.
Yeah. In one place, listen, I mean, we might review it, or I might review it. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, no big deal. No promises because
put it on the run.
I'm not really interested in seeing Amber Turd at all. That movie's also had so many fucking problems with it. It's probably gonna be a complete shit show.
I look forward to seeing your thoughts on Pearl as well, and or whatever your commentary on the Patreon is going to be. Gary says GTA 6 is based on Bonnie and Clyde, so they better do homage to True Romance, Natural Born Killers, and Pulp Fiction. That's a lot to ask, Gary.
That'd be cool. I mean, yeah, I'm sure they will. I mean, they're cheeky as fuck, so I'm sure they're going to put that in. But GTA 6, listen, I'm not like, obviously, GTA 6 is going to be probably one of the best-selling video games of all time. But how happy or sad, which I'm on the sad category, are you with the fact that they're rethinking the price point where the fucking standard game could cost $150 fucking dollars based on replayability? I mentioned this, guys, earlier. That's scary because a lot of these studios, if you pay that shit, if they're like, oh, we're just going to float that shit out there and touch the taint a little bit and see what the consumer does. And if the consumer, meaning us, goes out there and says, I'll pay the $150, and they have record-breaking sales at $150 a pop for a standard edition game, that means all the other fucking studios, that includes EA, that includes Insomniac, all of them are going to start releasing their games at $150 fucking dollars a pop, based on replayability.
Yup.
You imagine that, dude? Like, if Madden comes out next year, it'd be $150 fucking dollars for a standard.
I'll just stop gaming, dude. I don't play.
It's like, maybe I'll go outside and learn how to throw a real fucking football.
I'll be fine.
I'll get a team together.
Gary also said the influence for GTA 3 is Godfather and Goodfellas. Vice City is Scarface. That makes sense. Yeah, because I did play Vice City and GTA 3 back in the day. Awesome. San Andreas is Boys in the Hood. Yeah. GTA 4 is Behind Enemy Lines. That's crazy to think about. GTA 5 is Heat. That's weird. That's hard to. I don't get a Heat feel.
I played GTA 5. I played the campaign and beat it like when it came out, but I didn't get the Heat vibes. Maybe I was just overlooking it. But Vice City, you're 100% like Mike said. Vice City and Scarface 1000. By the way, the Scarface on Xbox was awesome. But that remember that game Scarface?
That was awesome.
Fucking really goddamn good.
The world is yours.
That was so fucking good, dude. Like that's the kind of game I wanted to play. Like I remember watching my brother. I didn't own it myself, but my brother owned it, and I remember watching that shit. I was like, dude, this is fucking great. Because it's just like because it was like the alternative, like it was an alternate future. What if Tony Montana had survived the gunshots and what would have happened? Or if he got the drop, or if he got the drop on him early enough, like somebody had whispered into his ear. Woo!
And you got to build up the mansion, like you got to live in the mansion and like sit at the like the whole shit. It was awesome. Colton Kanda, what's up, dude? Top 3 Western films of all time. Ooh,
Tombstone, Unforgiven, and The Outlaw Josie Wells for the third.
That's a good one. I'm not cheating and looking up Westerns right now.
I could hear the clickety clackety.
I'm not. I was looking up dicks. I was looking up dicks as usual.
Well, good. What's the best looking one right now? What's the money on?
Because I'm embarrassed because my fucking top 2 is the exact same. It's Unforgiven.
Well, that's fine. I mean, we can have the same
Tombstone,
list.
And the last one, I'm just gonna throw out the assassination of Jesse James by that coward Robert Ford. Even though that's probably not a great answer.
Really again, another great Brad Pitt movie, Versatility.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking great. But there's so many westerns.
Here's a question for you. Here's a question for you. Ask Casey Affleck acting ability versus Ben.
Young Guns. Fuck you.
No, Young Guns is too really good. But Casey Affleck versus Ben Affleck is acting ability. Who wins?
Ben Affleck. I'm a Ben Affleck guy.
God, Fashionable Mel's dick must taste good on your lips.
I will say, dude. Well, to be fair, Casey Affleck's a great actor, but he's always the same in every fucking movies. I
don't know. Well, I mean, Manchester by the Sea. He was exactly the same in Manchester by the Sea and in the Jesse James movie.
I was just like, I'm Casey Affleck.
I really appreciate what you're doing, but I gotta go.
Manchester by the Sea is sad as fuck. Great acting performance in him by that. He's basically just being me after a day of poor bets being made on the NFL. But there's a movie by Casey fucking Affleck, dude. It was one of his first movies that he did, and it is so fucking amazing. It's about killing child predators. What's the name of that fucking movie? I gotta look it up.
Touch That Gun, Not Burn You Down.
I did the Brad Pitt in 7. He was like, no, he's like, the first time I pulled my gun, this dude got shot. I think he died. What was his name? What was his fucking name?
I'll be right back. I know we're almost done. I got it. I'll be right back though. Hold on.
Drain it. It's good. Casey Affleck.
It's not peeing. I'll be right back.
Show us your dick. God damn it! What's the name of that fucking movie? No. See, just the fact that it's not pulling up on a Casey Affleck Google shows that the world needs to know how great this fucking Casey Affleck film is. It's not pulling up anywhere. And it's so fucking good. I'm telling you guys, if I could get you to watch one fucking movie tonight, it would be this haunting, fucked up Casey Affleck movie. And I can't find it. It is. You guys got to watch it. Promise me you'll fucking watch it at some point. It'll fucking blow your goddamn mind. It's so good when I think of the name of it. He was in Chasing Amy. Fuck, how did I not know that? He was in American Pie. Casey Affleck was in American Pie. What the fuck? Soul Survivor. Shit, I didn't know he was in that either. Gone Baby Gone. It gets confused because of Gone Girl. Gone Baby Gone. Casey Affleck in that fucking movie. Holy shit, man. They're hunting like child murderers and shit. So fucking good. Amazing goddamn movie. You must watch it to see its greatness. You have to do it. And if you don't, I'll kill you. Yes, thank you. I hadn't scrolled down, but so many of you guys told me. Oh, True Grit is a great one. City Slickers was a great one as far as country or westerns go. I know, I was scrolled up in there. If you guys consider Tremors a western, think about that. Think about that. Do you consider Tremors a western?
No,
you could. I feel like.
I mean, it's set in the desert.
Great. So, another great western. I forgot it. Shit.
I didn't have to pee, but my Big Dad, which is my grandfather, he was like, he's like, honey, help me with this. We got a new thermostat for the heat, and he was like, help me with this. He goes, some motherfucker turned this shit down to 72. I need it 75. And I was like, he didn't know that he had turned it down. 75? He turned it down to 72 earlier. And he doesn't know how it works. So he went back at 75. He goes, I can't live like this. He's like, I'm freezing my balls off. So I was like, I turned it back to 75. And he's like, now how do you do this? I was like, I don't have the time because it takes forever to figure it.
That's fucking hilarious. I could picture that happening.
Yeah, because he was the one. He was calling me on the fucking phone. That's what he wanted.
If you consider Logan a western, that's a great western too, which is close enough.
Yeah, Logan actually reminds me of No Country for Old Men, and No Country for Old Men could be considered.
That would count too. That would as well count. That's a good one. Shit.
So if you say a western, yeah, I guess it depends on your definition of western, because you could say like Old West, which if you say the Old West, then it's Tombstone, Unforgiven, and Outlaw Josie Wells. But if you're just saying westerns in general, that's a much larger and more varied list.
Yeah, dude, there's so many John Waynes and all that shit too. And like you said, the Clint Eastwood's fucking amazing. Kyle says, thank you guys for being awesome and the laughs. Thank you,
Kyle. Thank you for joining us, child.
Fuck. Come over and say it to my face. I got my dog's hair on my hand. I'll fuck you. I'll have sex with you and both of your parents. But it'll be a communal thing. Snake Raider Plissken. That's a great name. And I love the fucking icon. That's fucking awesome. Hey guys, I was curious of your thoughts on Wyatt Russell playing Snake Plissken. This is a great question. I heard he doesn't want to do it, but I think he'd be awesome.
As far as like passing the torch and having him do it, yeah, it would be kind of cool, but man, to be fair, I'm not really sold. Like, I thought he was good in some stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I thought he was decent as in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Disney Plus show as U.S. agent. But I need a little bit more from Wyatt Russell before I'm going to entrust him with something as a great of a jewel as Snake Plissken. Like that relies heavily on like you got to have the badassery turned up to an 11 to play that fucking role, and I just don't know if he's there yet. There's something about Wyatt Russell, and I'm not saying he's not like a shitty actor. Don't get me wrong, but Kurt Russell was so unique and different when he played that. Like he was like, and I've said this like word 100 fucking times tonight, but it's true. He was a perfect example of what an anti-hero is in Kurt Russell and Snake Plissken. You got to be on that level, and I don't think While you keep it in the family, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you couldn't just find someone better to play that role.
I could see him doing it, and I could see it making sense. That being said, I don't think I'd want to see it. You know, I also don't. I agree with Wyatt there. I'm like, why would he want to do that, dude? He's gonna spend his whole career trying to step out
Chase after his dad. Yeah, because what if someone says, "Why don't you play the new in Tango and Cash remake?"
Yeah, exactly. He's just gonna end up doing that over and over and over again. You know, and it kind of puts a shadow over his dad.
You know who I'd put? I swear to God, dude. Like, I mean, I know he's older, but I feel like he would fit the age, kind of. I'd put Hugh Jackman as the new Snake Plissken.
I fucking love that, man. Yeah, I would watch the shit out of
that. Or Carl Urban, dude. Give Carl Urban a fucking chance to shine. Give him fucking Snake Plissken.
I'm into it 110% and twice on Sundays. Kyle says, you ever watch the one with Jet Li and Jason Statham?
Yep, that's a good one. What is that?
That one.
That movie with that guy with those two guys that came out last year.
I do think I know what he's talking about. I just can't. What's it? Fuck. The Replacement.
Do you have that movie with those guys that came out last year that was in the summer? Yep.
Bebop Boop says Machete Kills is better than Machete. Mel Gibson as the villain and Charlie Sheen as the president. Oh, I didn't know that. That's fucking awesome. I love the movie. Please do a review.
Hey, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we might.
It's right up our alley. It's a fucking shame that we've never seen it. I will say that. It's a shame. I'm embarrassed. Mostly
you guys are in the Patreon. Vote on it next month.
Yeah, for the commentation. I gotta put up a new Patreon commentary. This month. Any picks, Jay? Anything that you think I should put in the poll for this month's commentary?
No,
I want to watch Airheads.
You watched that. You watched that time travel movie that I told you about like 2 years ago, didn't you? The documentary where it's like they're talking and then
I did.
You didn't like it as much as I did, so we've already done that one. I love that movie though. I thought that was a really good fucking fun movie. Shut your goddamn fucking garbage asshole up.
Pride Guy says, I agree, Jay. Spider-Man on PS5 is a good game, but it's definitely almost touches this buttons. I mean, son, especially compared to the first one.
I agree. Yeah, a lot of people were like trying to say it overshadowed the first one, or it's just as good as the first one. In my opinion, it's not even close. The story, the writing on the first game was amazing. Spider-Man, but it had it made you emotional. Like it made you fucking cry, especially at the end. Man, the ending of that game. Like you can still go on YouTube and watch reactors react to like the ending of that game, and you're still going to see the fucking waterworks occur, even if they don't play the fucking game. It was great.
Well, I don't have it, so fuck all of you. Gary says the heist where you take out the truck is the same as the one in Heat. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. And GTA 5.
Oh, okay.
That makes me
no. It sounds like what I was thinking of. Gary was like, was there ever a scene with De Niro and Pacino, like the two characters? And they just like sit at a diner and talk.
Kyle, we did go back and get those, my good man, but thank you. Dude, you know what pisses me off? You know what I fucking hate? The movie news came out the other day that the rumor is Adam Driver is in the running to play Robert De Niro's character in The Heat 2, directed by Michael Mann.
That's stupid.
And a prequel.
Don't do a Heat 2, man. Like, listen, those guys are old as fuck. Like, let it, you know, and of course I don't want it to happen anytime soon, but let them pass on and then if you're gonna just remake the fucking movie. I don't know how you're going to do that, because the reason why Heat was so phenomenal, by the way, it's not just because the movie was fucking amazingly written, but it had like two of those iconic action stars of all time, De Niro and Pacino, together in the film for the first time. That's what made it so incredibly memorable, you know. So
yeah, you'd have to get a really nice lucky lottery ticket to replace one of those dudes. You're not going to fucking replace Pacino and De Niro in the same movie. It is just not going to fucking happen.
Do we even have that?
They did the novel. Let it go.
Do we even have that in today's world? Like, really, if you think about like in cinema, like back in the day, people like were foaming at the mouth when they learned that De Niro was going to be sharing a scene with Pacino in basically like a mafia movie. They were like foaming at them. They're like, oh my God, this is amazing. They're going to be in the same fucking scene playing off of each other. It's going to be incredible. And it was the same way they also acted when Gene Hackman and Dustin Hoffman did it in Runaway Jury. It was the same in that bathroom scene. They were like, oh my God, Gene Hackman and fucking Dustin Hoffman. Do we even have that nowadays? No, I don't even think it's just like
The only thing I could possibly think, dude, would be DiCaprio and Pitt, and they already did it. We got it in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, but even then, it just paled in comparison to the Hackman, Hoffman, Pacino, De Niro crossover event of the centuries. Like the only thing that could have compared to that is if Clint Eastwood had ever made a movie with John Wayne. It would have been like a Western. It would have been fucking like Superman meets Batman kind of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Or in do again what would have made the Expendables 2 the greatest movie of all time as far as action goes. I'm kidding, but also if Steven Seagal had faced off with Jean-Claude Van Damme at the end of that movie,
dude, that would have been all time. And we did get Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
But I mean, Van Damme and Stallone. But I'm saying it was cool as fuck to see that. But imagine Seagal fighting fucking Van Damme, dude, at the end of the movie. God damn,
dude, we're never gonna see it because Seagal's such a piece of shit human being.
He's such an asshole, dude.
You know, he's not a piece of shit human being, as you folks.
He's just an asshole. He's like, I don't want to lose. But like, dude, it's like you imagine that. Like, anyway, I was thinking about that like not long ago. I'm like those are like icons, man. Like, and that's why it was such a big deal when they were on screen together. Yeah. You don't have that anymore.
You don't.
Like there's no actor. Like, can you think of one? I can't.
No. Like I could watch Heat right fucking now. I love that movie so goddamn much.
Oh yeah, and by the way, let's not forget that tiny little actor he was such an upstart, Val Kilmer. In that fucking movie too. It was amazing. So
ton of good. The Allstate commercial guy was in that fucking movie. That movie fucking ruled, dude. You guys fucking rule. You guys are the fucking best. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We just fucking buried our ass through that list like motherfuckers that we are, like road racers, you would say. It's been a fucking pleasure as always. We cannot wait to see you guys again soon. For the people we're done live streaming for the week, but Saturday night is the Patreon stream. And if you guys have not joined a Patreon stream, you will not believe what you see. It is uncensored. It is wild. There are dicks, but they're in our pants. We don't bring our dicks to these because our dicks are dicks. They keep in the dick pants. Yeah. We have wieners, and I swear to God,
they're so large it would just overtake the camera. It would look like a graboid.
I will fight you. We play songs, we sing songs, we fucking do beer chugs. It's amazing. You should join the Patreon, check it out. But if you haven't, hey, we want to appreciate all you guys, or we want to say thank you to all you guys just for hanging out tonight and hanging out and being here for these streams. You guys are the fucking best, and we'll see you guys so soon.
See you guys. Bye.
Good night. I'm gonna suck your dick. Got you, didn't I? You fucking sluts. You perverts. Get out of here. Go home.